ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Anyway, kame ho na mimbusa nsɛm bi.
Epa ho adaben.
Enura nkomo na besene kɔ. But enei asɛm foforɔ da hɔ a yedi hu nkomo ne yebobo hu na besi nɛ. Aben a ɔte akonya so yi. Emfa nidie ema Ghanafoɔ sɛ ankampo oba be kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm anampo sɛ wayi nsɛm no ano awiei bribi ya me wanwa na ne ya me wanwa any the posture of yaban e kan yaban a ɛyɛ me no mienu nyina aban ɛna te akonya so sɛ esi a your friend of the government of Ghana. But if you want to be overly partisan, MPP government.
Happy FM.
But media na needless. Because the international community does not know MPP or NDC government. They know the government of Ghana. Say ye ko akwaji lona. Abaya watis one call in the name of the party. Or call in the name of Ghana. As the government of Ghana. Na ya ban etu anamon bia. Anamontuo no twetwe aso. Anamon a aban yetui. Ekotia aban na nkasa mpanimfo ne kanea panimpa woda no mampanin. Ekotia ono ankasa gina ya wosiye. Ede to Ghana for tilma nunti Ghana for do na nya ne mugidie to no so aba em ye man tumi nanso sa na montuo na koso
This is happy.
And so abai no nya nidie ema Ghana for se odi nkyirechiremu anase anoyie beba aseme na making me patchere Auditor General's reporter I reveal say ansana kenoforiata sorry akonya no so as finance minister or approve $34.9 million ambulance spare parts deal edema company bia or questionable character. Now, out of the $34.9 million, you know, the Auditor General's report confirms say, Oshama yetua emu $10 million at the ma company nansana or no kenoforiata oja adwuma na to hako.
This is Happy FM.
Auditor General's report ya. Enso chira. Sa company yikro ya yedi $34 million contract amano se onko crash spare pass embrani enfan fixi ye ambulances na asay no. Sa company no edi kain a service anampo edi yadi kan mano contract se on service ambulances yi deda ema ye tuatua sesika ne de ama wo mo deda na tie at the time ana ye tuatua sesika na masa company no na ono ni aban no ni company no any written agreement company nankasa aban contracting ni se on fixe anase on service ambulance se mai no na sa company nankasa was not incorporated. Company esi
This is Happy
or the
FM.
technical competence or the service Mercedes-Benz 4x4 ambulances. And so Auditor General we chira eni pampa obefa wo mudi o maye adwuma no kura oni bi o se twa ne ho eyusu ambulance service adwuma ye fo na e de ye cars no ana owie esa charge ambulance service na awie ho abana ye de bo tachi no yanto antwene o yambubumu o da bia meka ye de saa ba no ko hye kresin kerosene nze tete no se wodi bone na opapa de aba cane e ko hye kresin mu a na chese o ma na dondon wode bo wa bia yie yanto cane na ntwene ye de hye kerosene mu e de twen ye de bo tachi ba so ye bone a saa ba na ne de bebo no. I am utterly shocked by the revelations of the Auditor General. Media, the Honorable Kujato Blakwa Ediabeka Hono, Metren so answer. Of course, I will make references to the latest one, Abba. But say, Beya, Yenya Semono partisan, Yenya Semono NDC MPP. I want to dwell heavily on the Auditor General's report, because that is a state institution. If you don't know, the Auditor General's Department is one of Ghana's foremost anti-corruption institutions. So, your public institutions are a the Auditor General's Department comes first. Sikabia, your best spendibia, onusi a chile, kohese, enshisheye, entotoye, edese sika no ho no ye di super pepe ne ye aye ne wo se ye de ye no ene da asem na yete. His Excellency the President of the Republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo emra na wo ye campaign 2015-2016 oma ye ntiase se sole sourcing as a procurement approach ena abindada NDC for omani je ho pa na sole sourcing ababeye ade a eno na aban no eyusu a ode bo wo man no kro no sole sourcing ye de.
This is Happy FM.
Se aban pese okoto ade ana aban ehwehwe obi amana provide service bi amana ye hyehye emra to ho a obefa so e de akwakoto saade no ana obefa so e de akohwehwe obi obetimi provide service no e de amawo eno ene efe no the Procurement Act. Na under the Procurement Act no ade bi aban kwakoto bia no e wo se obiem fine na companies ahodo a omoton saade ni bi no obi ate na se wani je hu se obeton saade na ma aban a wayi wutie pie na wode won krata na woniema ba abekire se ade a mose mo patoi meteye mensusu metimi aton de amamo medie nie ehun nsam nie na aban institution kro na epa ade na to na mbra na kire no enhyehyeye a wo fangu akwan mu a company kro na wo paton ade na obemiti enti ewose under normal circumstances no ade bi a yakoto bia no yanka ye bia mu ma companies ni individuals a wo betimi aton amaye betimi ayamaye no obi a timi ba no be compete ni ahwe ne wo be wini ni ade ama no but enye mpem nyina ena ubenya the luxury of time fache me enye ede nyina na benya the luxury of time wode ebeye san hyehyeye no circumstances bi wo hono mu a wuntimi ntwen koye advert se wo paade bi ato ana wo per service bi ti se natural disaster bi asie na bi a ye pe nduro bi enya fe na akwakoye advert se mo penuro companies a mo betimi a provide no mo be bede na ye nso ne so ne nyi ni obetimi ama ye the best price and the best value. Enti ye creative bibi in the Procurement Act ye frɛ no sole sourcing. Eno no won frɛ companies ahodo se wo mo be bede na momo no wo okokopeki company ba ko a wonim se sa company we betimi aye adwuma no na ade ama no na ansa na obeye sa no emra no akyere the circumstances under which a betimi afre company bi what body din no yi na free the Lord mu aka se media adwuma we ma ye ma me ebi ni say ade krona ye hia no ye ni mre ye hia ne ntemtem enti siyasi ye call through competitive bidding a ansa ne ebenya company obedi ade ne bebre na ade na ye de solve no na say awie. Under such a circumstance utimi so sourcing enu achi say bia ade na ye pe no company bia ni wa otimi ye bie na ye ni one company a ono de no nko na oye obi ye ni mo bi fufuro bia ono nko na wo expertise anase owo sa product ni bi enti we competitive bidding kra enya dia companies mienu miensa ba there is only one company provider side no enti eno no go straight to that company na why you sole sourcing. There are a number of other circumstances even crowd be so you sole sourcing there is a threshold depending on sikana mode to sa de no emra ne kira e was okoje a special approval. Science sheye we nyina JA Kufua ban na de bae. Emra ye pass the Public Procurement Act. But ye ko abatuo ni mu no. Campaign na na Kufua do ni MPP ye. Ene se omo ma Ghana fo nyante ye ne ntiase se NDC aban na no wo ho ana John Mahamadi animu no ade a nipa bebre betimi aton anase ye betimi aye competitive bidding kura no na so senkwa na sa aban no na nigi ho because of kronobo Emma President Akufo-Addo she Ghana for boss say ono beye mampani a sourcing will be a thing of the past. Sa same way se meboa Google ene me dance ni obi a wotie mi a wo se me boa se mampani Akufo-Addo kan sa asem no o smartphone a efan ko hwe emato efan ko hwe pono efan ko twitwa nsemhunu fa Google na busa Google se mampani Akufo-Addo akanda se ono be ye mampani a sourcing will be a thing of the past na ena me ne wo kasai Penny Auditor General Diaba Echra Nature says, na me say so no. Mampani Akufo-Addo ayene dama in almost every major contract. So in ekoso. Na ye pe efita form home service ambulances asaya. Must we do so sourcing? Yepe company or service Mercedes-Benz 4x4 ambulances. Is it only one company in Ghana? Pe ena owasa expertise na obetimi aye adwuma ne nti yamma wo bia ma mebede ne ewe mu akoyi sa company ne de adwuma ne ma no. Esi our president or can say or no under his regime sourcing will be a thing of the past. A see one name so. Na na make say me one say the whole government machinery, the whole government of Ghana machinery.
Happy FM.
Nobody officially is speaking to the revelations of the Auditor General. And I find that insulting. I find that as a very disrespectful approach to this matter. A dear Nayan free MPP for no krumha. Efa so se ho. A dear Nayan free President Akufo-Addo ano. Efa procurement breaches any corruption ho. Now your president na in some way pie MPM free baby as Auditor General's report. And the government has gone numb, damp, and deaf. What kind of accountability is this? What kind of accountability is this? The Ministry of Health last week pretended try say almost speaking to the issue. Issue statement be. Na say me makasa statement no as much last week or added that. Says our statement no me what the mommy I met team the good baby. Because the statement cannot be attributed to anybody. Nobody is taking responsibility of that statement. What statement say what they responded to a critical issue such as the Auditor General a issue. The findings. Now we issue statement also from the PR unit. Do you respect the people of Ghana? From the PR unit. Who is the PR unit? In fact, first statement in me, I don't deem it as a befitting response to the revelations of the Auditor General. And MPP aban we chire and say, omo be my world-class government. And nyambambo way, and yes accountability way, and omo promise Ghana for. Mampeni, Ebane saying that under you, President of Ghana, Obia or Pesa or pay Onyesika ewa ma bemu, se sawadwene, se sikanti na woba ma bemu dia, and ya kwa the private sector, a one year pen for so. Mampeni kansasem no ekire MPP fo a omu nyina na ma bonche nkwaye ready say omu wini power omu ba beji post o ka kire wo mu say obia why na adwen say oba be pen faso e wo na aba mu no onko private sector e ho de pen faso mampeni ne ba ne saying and a company a ye incorporate ye mutimi kukuru such a juicy contract e de mano e ba ne saying and a company only any track record, only experience beer on ye juma da. Tiemie company ni ye juma da. On servicing motorcycle put da. On servicing bicycle put da. Nankawa kwaya bobo ya. Silver Star. Omini the sole dealers in Mercedes. Ewo krom ha. Yanya competitive bidding. Enti omumpo wanti mpo se abayi pe fita for mama service eye ambulance si. Esani say ye so sinti. Servicing auto servicing companies ahodo e wo Ghana ha. Omwanti da say oh sa na da nyina aban airpay company bia obe service eye ambulances na kodi adwuma na ma no. This government decided after all the noise they made about source sourcing and corruption, decided to pick a company one now onye incorporated at the time of the adwuma na ma no. This same government, Apostles of Righteousness, aban we ya wo mo de so sen yo ma bofuno sem aban we ya corruption omote ne pampan a na enyawu no gu o ma no ho aban a o chiketa se hye proye ne kankan ekukuru servicing deal yi edema company bia sa company no onye bida company ni twa ne ho eyusu national ambulance service for adwumayefo na e no de service cars no owia na wasa charge national ambulance for no for the same labor na omu yusu ye no. President Akufo-Addo amemwo na asem we asi o. President Akufo-Addo na memwo mu o e na sa asem we asi na enya wanwa Jesoma mi wo ho enye wanwa me say enye wanwa. Hey, I never thought say betimi asida man dan so ho da ya nwene ho da. He wono mo omo de omo nim ketase hye womo mpe ketase hye eye womo tan eye womo abofunu sem ena womo ye wei na nia beto mu kura me de ese twa me nsunu mu ewie forget your party no nia manyina so be ka no kura di no kura Moma Ghana for yenina yambo honorable Okujeto Abla kwa nabaso. Momo nabaso. Momo nabaso. Na se 275 MPC nyina extending oversight, parliamentary oversight responsibility on the executive the way apapayi ya. Anka ketase shen mi show sanka ya brenase bebre. Yes, you may hate him because of the party or dom. You may not like him because oyendisi ni. But I like him because he's been a Ghanaian. And someone now what they bano. Obi anyone more waiting ya kasa yentro. Auditor General de report to ne bae no. Ono akọ a step further esi chire akobusa say. Enti sa company si ya. Ye this juicy deal si ma wo mi. Omo ye ni hona no mukra. E na yetimi ye wo mu fine sa. Ene obeje di say. Spare parts deal na ye de ma o mu $34.9 million no. Eno nko. Obeje di say ababe dead. Say companies na omo kra ambulances ne ba ye nankasa ni omo kra ambulances ne ba ye nankasa. Eye the same people are the servicing deal and spare parts deal sama om. It is mind-boggling. Uti be ye ya. Uti ebe payo. Ujino wa won tiase. Enti 307 ambulances nyina were imported by about 4 or 5 companies. Almost directors are the same as the directors of the company are the spare parts deal ni ma om. Companies need necessary, but the directors are the same.
This is Happy FM.
Ena ye cheche ambulance contract ni mu ye cheche mu 40 35 edema about 4 or 5 companies owned by the same directors. Hey, and then kromunye. The same directors are omoda the so-called Ghana Services Auto Group no. The directors no. They are the same directors of the companies who do na ye de contract ma wo mo kokra ambulances ne bae. Enti the same people under different companies doing business with government. Hey, MPP say na mo kano.
This is Happy FM.
Ketase shakuno say na mo kano. Na ohwe figures no kra, wo hwe figures na wo yembe hyew ama o man we. Ene ye kira sika ye de to spare pass e de fix sa ambulances yi etimi to another set, brand new set of 307 ambulances. Ne ye de to spare pass etimi to ambulances ni biem samayen the same set. What happened to value for money? Enya papa we no can say or be protecting the public purse. And enya no can say I will protect the public purse. Enya President Akufo-Addo ne kan Hey, Omai Ghana you was kapao. Mo bian kan kire esi eniska. Stop giving us this Ukraine COVID-19 excuse. Sa COVID-19 Ukraine war excuse na moti okekana and then ama Ghana sika semo ya basa. Ghana sika semo ya basa, but you could dole out $10 million for a phony company and approve, in fact, sign a $34.9 million sa anka kanofo ya free officer ka by now me sure say 34.9 million anka tua ni nyina because obe kwempo no me tua mu 10 million yeniska oh nanu asma na meka na mebusa sa finance minister begina parliament akeka borofo ena ya savings ena we have restructured our debt and so we have made some savings and mebusa say savings na amaye no emu de hina efiri mu ankasa mo ho mama Ghana for tighten your belt ya many e-levy even though yempe yetua sanitation levy yetua environmental one levy yetua pollution levy the same 3 levies equal for the same purpose yetua ya many yetua COVID-19 levy yetua COVID-19 network levy ningina Ghana for agya tumu ya mene dendie nanso yedo ya manti ye peso mani begunti agya tumu ni yetua na muna mudi o man nanim no sacrifices se ben na moye ene Ghana for de ni nyina kwashi ebehia na nyina ye hu say we are sacrificing together because muna mo se COVID-19 ama Ghana sika semo ye basa Ukraine Russia war ama Ghana sika semo ye muna mo se o matwa obi a haircut international community no so a omo aboye besia no so matwa wo mo haircut IPPC matwa wo mo haircut domestic bondholders matwa wo mo haircut obia sacrifice in the midst of these challenges apart from the executive na ye bekwa kwatia crisis we nyina mu sikasamo aya basa yi nyina mu na mutachire ena mamma companies are ebe mo companies are munim owners directors musisa juicy contracts de ma wo mo etua wo mo ka contractors aya kwan ebia chesu musika the last 7 years die wo mo sankan minim contractors bia fi se MPP bae omusika yentua mu half mpoma wo chini contractors ni bia wu ebi ni mo banks agye wo mo property e ka wo bi na GM bank guye contractors e kobo obesia every GM bank ho e de koya aban adwuma yentua wo mo ka enso under President Akufo-Addo yetimi this is happy at the contract ema company a only certificate of incorporation ese tua ne ka contractor ne documents nyina dim contractor wako competitive bidding or ne other contractors are competing for a job are winning on merit yentua ne ka and so kanoforiata every ministry of finance company are only track record beer in spare parts dealings was paid an initial $10 million even before the contract in Ebeba. Now road contractors no aya yente da. Se omwa na kope sika no e de be hye adwuma na se na ba etua omo kalita e ba ne se na kope spare parts bra ne emfanya ambulances de mutua wo kai in advance mutimo den. This is Happy FM. Mutimo den. Because local road contractors see almost a Ghana for ebi mo ya dwuma ayaba dwuma bebre. The track record is there, but you chose. One fan koma Silver Star for so munye. One fan koma recognizable institution bia obia be hu so company we there. A bus spare passer, o kwabo so kankura, we kwa we yetimo odin. Sa spare pass deal. Se obi nkofa brand new spare pass, Mercedes Emra, near fan fixi ambulances. Ye biemu ye kranke nya aboso kan for. Na wo kasa aboso kan tabletop nkwa na wo ho. Anka yenya competent companies and anka spread this contract here anka sika no e be spread ya masuni pa bebre so enso da bi ye the contract ni be ma yankasa ye hu nipa. We know they are not qualified. And so ye de be ma wo. We know that omu nimu omu krata nyina ndimu and so ye de be ma wo because you executive power. Mampani, posterity will judge you. But as to whether that judgment will be right or wrong, I won't be able to determine. But as much as posterity will bless you for introducing free SHS, posterity will also be harsh on you for some of these things I'm talking about. Procurement one chastise abinda dano for procurement breaches. And of course, when you raise those matters about John Mahama and soul sourcing, there were legitimate issues now raised here. And one would have thought to say, "Oh man, may ye be? What be ye bon chance, sir? What be ye chance, sir?" Na ne ye me ya ne say, aban wei ehunu se owoso odi enidie bi ma Ghana for. You see, the NPP is still campaigning si anto abama wo na omonto amammuo no so. The reason I make us say a direct response from the presidency to the Auditor General's observations is key. And they say Aban way is seeking to continue. Na me busa Aban say asem we abaya won ka ho hwe won fa nkyerɛkyerɛmu bi amaye na wote wona Ghana fo di ho bobo one who disrespect him because a public office na mukura wo. You owe the people of this country accountability. I will say mubu akonta akyerɛ yen na sasem asi na mo a ye de oman na hye mo nsa mo nka ho hwe nkyerɛ yen ane ye bobo hu a mo pa kyerɛ sɛn ye den na ye sama mo to aso. It is in the interest of the presidency to speak to this matter, because you see baby and someone kaka kono kwa do President Akufo-Addo aboboano and someone ya kwa do President Akufo-Addo aboboano. How can President Akufo-Addo mount a campaign platform and tell the people of Ghana say yamma na ne party entwaso when he is not being accountable and transparent with these matters?
This is Happy FM.
My men etimu no me say saa ba na e de bo tachi no eno a na e de bebo ba yensesa no ne mo kaaye no eno na ye susudua a ye de judge mo
Epa ho adaben ti sinupi na nokre eye ba kope
Susugru a obesusu no.
eno a na mesusu ama wo eno a na mesusu ama wo
Susu se mi
lyrics no na minimum.
Oh yes, I did go see no. And in fact, I know the most essential part
Of the song.
Relative to Nkoma Udi. So yes.
Yeah.
Inti ya befa no sa.
Obi se bibi wanwa.
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 Aha.
Daniel Adu, thanks for joining us.
Oh, come.
Momra Facebook ni Ghana nkomo no.
Yes. And now open some go. First of all, ambulance home komo. It appears ambulance home sem yamaso wo mem ha. Edin Zimbabwe. Say ho ba kon bi ede bi na tie to.
Yes.
Supreme Court.
Yeah.
A court of appeal.
Yeah.
And yes ati ba ko ho a. Enwa.
Enwa.
Otiase. Ye bo sapisi ena esisu sisi na said the o can be wono owo ho kan ya brabo ho say posterity na ono so te ho twɛn so na sɛnea ɔte ho twɛn na yɛyɛ nipa na ebi wɔ ha yɛntimi nya da gentwen kosinti ne yɛdi nkomo fi sɛ ɔman na yɛkyekyere ɛnɛ wo kan ebetimi yɛ ba obi foforo ho na yɛka na ɛkyena adane na yɛka nkomo no sei na wowɔ nkyerɛkyerɛmu bi wɔ mu a obiara nsi wo ho kwan utimi de ba
bidin ko for de akra begu wona
eti emu awirem enwanwa say na bisa we fidie so say is it the same person, is it the same leadership that we were promised? Baby sape me say the Nanado of old and yet the Nanado I am experiencing. My campaign. Na me says to say enyema we no no famu say ya na ye din komo we ya. Ya His Excellency the President so tia. Say na ya na ye no. Sometimes I wonder. So obi beka say mo de enkomo no da bia no mo ba mo be di enkomo no negatives no kwa. But I'm asking His Excellency the President, the leadership of this country, when some of these things come up, say na omo hunini ye won. So na omo tini say ya omo dwene ne say na ebekọ akọwie oman yi say. Fi say ekinye bia ni hu say obi bepre say obepo oman so adi. Na sabi o nipa kro no say oh me de menwene ma no. Sabi mpanyin say vanze konfuboni so kroma otimubi so otiase. But the point is say ampa sasa assembly no kre say ampa na otisa niema we bia wo ordinary Ghanaian no na wo bisa ho say anti omo so dine say ayo say contract ni bi wo ho a aso obi assign dada ana o twen say situation ni besi di contract ne da hodada ndi esi ya we say dey we kra ma draft ho contract ato ena situation nesi emfa ma smesi no so nya bibi ka credit is it the case emfa ma we no nya bibi ka credit ana ye prayer ye bibi a ye de bia be mistake. These are some of the questions I na between say adan na enyema ni bi ebeda ho a na aye ko ebu ho na wohwem na okan mu utie mu ebisam a na ase we dey anoding adan. How do they find the space say nyema bi say omo bu omo ni guso this is happy omo ya ni saying to survive without say bibi a friend of conscience and mob down awo mu kwanchi. How do they manage say adia no omo huninim entimi empiapia wo mo enkanya wo mu kwanfoforo so eno ya me din but your mind yo entini e wo ho o mind yo entina mo bodom mind yo entina mo ye dede man yo na mo frank crofo sa mo na mo so mo mienyo man no. And all the good things I'm about to catch man for some betimi aye e be wiani atini say ya. Now the question then comes enti wine e be den say ambulance adia e sombo ewo ayarehwe ane ankrankra sitremu ete se ho samba e so sensitive no ye pe kwan bi so obi a enti ukofa ne se obi a okra spare parts obi a okra spare parts ya man no contract say onsiesie oba aban ana oman no ambulance me ka aban a ade no kra no oman ambulance na nipa no ya man no contract nipa no honso na kwanko no oman na so na sene na wada no ho na wa charge oman no oman ni twa ne ka no for oman no workers oman ni twa wo muka na ono de ye na adwuma o ye na adwuma wi a wa charge your man so obenya mfaso ubekom kra no contract ne bi wo kra mpo no so a eno so hu nwanam setie nie enti ya na wenum nyina no me se ni bisa omo adwenen say omo ye the survival to swallow some of these things and yama way omo to honor when they raise their eyes na omo peja omo nsa omo kwa so da ye hu mosque no ne ade na omo peja wono nsa kire se omo sum nyame a omo ahuninu mu omo ko omo kokua mu a say na ya no omo trim ye wo mu ade way so if you benefited from such a contract na oni obi na si abrabo no so no de fichire onu baby wodro wo you have benefited from a contract such as this enti prekupe wabobra che nipa no ma nipa kro no huru kra bi kra wo mu no because when you an advantage wo ama omani sika bi afa baby abedu ho enti wadi ye prekupe ti mo ushia wonua ni wo classmate bi kra no ya ade che if you ban management no money idea cry manage bibi cry the person may be better than you can be so but and idea wenti won who kese because you are worth a contract more than $30,000 at a go you cry 10 million aba dada and you are okay and you can flaunt you can show off anytime timi besa say se ni nyina wie na se me be so mo man no when say no na wo ye we nyina na mitrimu a say so how do we survive because bibi anoeding baby sector bia wo be fa bia no there appear to be one scandal or the other adai sector bia wo be fa at least also hia so ofefefu ani a ohu saman o ye kakra bi sa o fi bibia ba hu bibia mraka what is it at what point any do o man be so kan I mean look enyema ni bia enipa bi di akire is excellency na nare dango Akufo-Addo is one person that many people feared say papa we no nonsense beba na bem kwa what I say so adie we enya adie besi emfa ne hena no adie we ensi why this is becoming one too many and the besia the posture free soro hoba na sa akoye bibi ho na otia na sa as ebu abam se na we de nka esoro ho Kenya no ho kakra mpenufo Kenya o mo kakra we de na Kenya no ho kakra enke be send signal bi akofom mwo bi ye bibi si anko ehun se o da bi mieze awsa oman ebra so se e fa ni serious say oman we awsa ye fa ni serious eche di ehun awsa ye fa oman we serious than ye jine. Everybody wants to be rich in politics in Ghana. Everybody feels that you can be rich overnight when you enter into politics. Sure. And when we see them, honorable. The person has not had the opportunity to serve. I reject him. Honorable. And opportunity for them to do some of these things than to perform better. Say better touching for lives. $34 million. $34.9 million to a company. And honso na kwa nkro eho ni hiame nti wo chana bibi can you before
34 no margin bia fine and different
arrangement yeah and when na hwa nti mienu no obi a wotie yen somebody watching us on Facebook I want to know say do you have the means say wo would tender document bi say o bid for a government contract. Now company numpo, you incorporate.
Oh, yeah, why?
No, when you what to Facebook, answer me.
Oh yeah, why?
Oh hey, on Facebook. So can you have that contract?
The only way.
100 Ghana citizen pa. Are you sure you have it?
The only way company are incorporate here. Only any written agreement with government. Yeah, this has a juicy contract bemano. And then they say the owner of the company and the owners of the company ubetima tracy or more link to a buying penny for. That is the only way a buy me bears adiano. Because there must be something special about a company to be giving such a deal.
In that sense, you have a qualification to be linked to a government to get approved for any contract, whether over the requisite skill, manpower, qualification, and all you need is that connection.
Yes.
You want to be like others.
The reason here, sir, allegation way, miss allegation. The reason, sir, Auditor General's report way, the aspect of where this ambulance matter, a call beyond the Public Accounts Committee, is because of the names we are hearing. It goes beyond the. I mean, ubet me at baby I say, yen train Emma Public Accounts Committee and Frasemono na state actors no imbiano. How many times and I won't da say ya train private entities some before the Public Accounts Committee and pempi na
MMDA
the private entities now almost benefiting from such deals are not questioned.
Yeah.
Enti politicians na ni technocrats na be jenim guase no.
Na o ma show de
omo na wo mu jisika yantam no omo de omo ti baabi. On this occasion,
you have every procurement procedure and laws to stop you, the technocrat, for that private man to get that contract. And this is why on your day. When you na openye bi na bisa say why na wiase oda ho na wo esogun anu a obey approve. Why na be sa wiase? You people have been put there in the interest of the country, in the interest of the masses, in the interest of the public purse that you have sworn to protect. Enti sanyema wa nyina botra.
This is
Na obinya. You expect the private man to unjump. Now say, oh, munya nabo. Na migo yano.
The private man must equally render account to the people of Ghana. Sir, 10 million out of the 34 no sika ena kudio mo. Mibusa say, when is the presidency going to respond to allegations say Mampenia Kufuado, ne first grandson papa, are related to company this adili. When is the presidency going to respond? Either deny or confirm this. Dabeng. How long? How long? Because we need to understand what is so special about our company, you know. What is so special? Say road contractor, any contractor, or no company mobilization, company busia free bank, and the share jumana say. Now company we there, ya de spare parts deal a mano, na ye 10 million, ne di kind of money that. What is so special? Because details na eba ne kira. Ade no kwa kodu president aboboano. When is Eugene Ahin going to speak to these matters? Is the president complicit? Is it true that his two daughters are complicit? Ana? Is it true that Nebaba Bako baby father and then the mama mienu no directors of about 4 companies Yema womu contract to import 307 ambulances. Is it true? When are we getting a response to Sanyema we? It can't hang. Because you see, Nanka family and friends, they Nanka MTN for service. But it became a political service. Yate family and friends da. And until I say, I was say abani yi sansemiano. Yate family and friends da. Ya the family and friends abo abanda da na chipen. And mama benefited from that. It is a nay. And krata de say yama company be a juicy deal. Every procurement arrangement to Ghana Haswa. The president cannot be quiet, especially when it is alleged say ne mama and ne grandson, the first grandson papa, and the directors of some companies. The presidency can't be quiet over this matter. Eyanokura momeka nchire enya nokura munya kukuduro na monka. It's been almost 2 weeks in here. The matters are out there. In a serious jurisdiction, governance, a very serious matter. Sir, allegations will not linger for a week without an official response. And the Ministry of Health, sa bogus statement in eba abontene no na wosan komuchire mu nientia sa company no EUSU National Ambulance Workers e de ye adwuma na ye de ama wo mo no esa charge ambulance service o man ka ho asem
no cry
man ka ho asem
that statement that came from them
man ka ho asem was statement clever dodge the whole issue.
You have responded to any of the allegations.
To what? Or responded to what? That was a bogus response.
Very weak.
Now, the height of disrespect in that statement is that, you see, nobody is bold within the ministry to own the statement. Now, PR unity na mo share statement na se no. PR unity na sebe emosia na gu ho. PR unit no, a table and chairs pair and they make a PR unit. Isn't there a head of the unit? Dini. On up. Ni amuchuku paper no so no someone kasa Thomas sumi e make sense a. Mo fa mudi shase. The presidency ought to speak to the allegations that the first family are neck deep in the scandal. The presidency must speak. Speak and bring some clarity to the matter. Public service adwuma no saa ne ye no. Ya nye no kukom. Mombra bonten na mo mekasa until some beba bonten abe kire nsem ni mu. Me ye penchire mu.
We looking for
ye penchire mu.
Auditor
General say when na wahunu admo kire mu sen. A sitting member of parliament has put out official documents indicating the ownership of these companies. But on the official documentation, you can't be quiet over it. The specific allegations of Nemamba being involved one way or the other, allegedly in this matter, okosu ye dia na chese ombuga na for. Na se sa na tie dia. Ene Ghana for bebusa se sabiemu. Esa fata. Si e mamu to aso ana. Baby edu no, yes. Baby edu no. We cannot continue to glorify corruption. Yentimi nkoso sa. Now we MPP ni a wudi matemako bia ba Facebook kan jazz ni bi wo ho. We MPP ni a wutie mi a wasobre wano a wubu afu ho contract we nya mu sidi. Yetu a 10 million no wo ehun pampan kran fa opunachi. Emra company no use ambulance service. One staff esande charge wo mo no ya ma usika ni bi.
In fact, you are not even a member of staff.
Na wakogina chire akontokwa de ama obi a ono wanya ni sika ya ntam a wa mre ho dwene wo ho na yankoma oman no yetua capitation grant ahe na de mankoda sika ya spendi ewo akoda bia ho ewo primary school endu 5 cedis mene wo kasai buffer stock at the food suppliers a cat. Enunti. Almost some supply the senior high schools a hodwo. Ya kukuru sika yantam $10 million. And yama company a 1 year you may be a. Move yama be catch as a gun and niska. Yama into 11 year tia na mo de mam huang. Moje COVID-19 levi na moche chama mo through contrast.
This is Happy FM.
Nobody can convince me say Ghana nisika ye wo sika pa. Nemo mo no say sika na kodi one side. A day timodin semunie. Yabubu La General Hospital. We are struggling to put it back. Nina ye sika semia. Road contracts bebre akansin semu. Amasamai in Sawam Road. Anyini ne se sika semu ya. And so the same omaya wo su sika no. Or sisa sika ne de chankrofo ebe no. And Dr. Baumia must speak to these matters. You want to be president. And you are the vice president of the government as Assem Dr. Baumia must tell the people of Ghana something about Assem. It could be an assurance. So, or no name in or he should be bold to call the people out. And yes, Adia, we will consider Munina Dukadaya. We be kosu sa. Say ye betina ho ama mo ye din wo ho a obi anka hwede a ene na we e be kosu sa.
Epa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mami kai messages amount for ede abejamien ene ewie. Of a case, but still, NPP will win 2024 election. Well, nobody's contesting that. Osai Emmanuel, okay, let me take it from the top. Raphael Lumo, Osai, Ghana, $2.2 million at the court. $10 million is walking free. Accountability is not working in Ghana. Nagwa Ezekiel said, Bibi, most of the NPP supporters never had this information. Okay, most of the NPP supporters never knew this information has been provided to Honorable Kujeto Ablakwa through some party members who have this country at heart. Okay, meaning his source of the document here, but clearly these are official documents, so my inclination is that he obtained it from official sources. Richard Okan said, Bibi, the reason the courts freed Honorable Ato Forson and Richard Jakpa is that they know that if they jail them and the NDC come to power, they will also take revenge. As for that one, I can assure them all the MPP guys are jailbirds. Love Sola said, good afternoon, best crew. I remember when JDM used the word posterity will judge. Or the also say, I don't remember all what he said, though. Now, Isaac comes again to say, Bibi, the last time I said Nanado is behind every related corruption in the country, you disagreed with me. But one day, the reality will prevail. Ejabata put in the free akwati suhum or say, at this time I can only ask for God's protection for Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. We are not done with the ambulance trial. Next year will be part 2 between Akufo-Addo's daughters and the people of Ghana from Ejabata of Akwati. Samuel Tanko said, this Nana Bawumia government is very dangerous than COVID-19. Why? Is it wrong to vote for you? NPP never again. Daniel Edu said, Bibi, please, so can you ask Akufo-Addo what is wrong? What wrong did Ghanaians do to him? Osei Emmanuel said, nowadays, I don't want to comment on your show because anytime we comment on your show, you begin to insult us using insulting words on us. If we criticize you people, you begin to say anything against us, and that is very bad habit of you. Osei Emmanuel, Memoaha. Manuel Jesse said, Bibi, you're doing a fantastic job. Did you see the commissioning of Whole Allied Health University? Or that one you can't criticize or the government will benefit from the media? The government will benefit. The media has now turned into criticizing only. Election year. Oh, Manuel Jesse. So, okay. Obian Chichewa no so beka odi anameboa. Inti se wako hunu no abeka na masema kan ma o esiwa me da se wati ase Andrew Kotoko Kese said Bibi Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is a great statesman and he needs massive accolades for the yeoman's job he is doing. Daniel Edu said Bibi yen wanwa Akufo-Addo. Osei Emmanuel said Bibi, you are calling government to respond to the Auditor General's report while you know that it is Parliament that has the mandate, which is the Public Accounts Committee, to call various people whose names have been mentioned to respond to the allegation. So I don't understand your point that government should respond to the allegation made by the Auditor General. There is nowhere that Akufo-Addo said so sourcing will not happen in his government. And check your Ghana web source, which also referred to a tweet which popped up. So let us rest. Why? Say Emmanuel Achrenagene. Yeah, I'll say good afternoon, Bibi. Watching you live from the UK. Or say, Bibi, fire them. Potassium 1 said the NPP government is an embodiment of corruption. The disgraced Dame now running to the unanimous Supreme Court or where? Try God while I talk Liati said, Mr. Bibi, Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia-led government is just a national, I don't know what word you use, it's a frosters, that's too harsh a word. Faith Buama said, so I clarify in the message, now or the message by an CNTRC. I say, Mr. Bibi, please give birth plenty so that this country will not lose all these good brains of yours. This is what this country called Ghana needs. Kwame Nkrumah and J.J. Rawlings did not give birth much, so we really have a big problem. Thanks and good afternoon. Oh, I said, men are okay. Nkrumah will mau, maybe we'll two pill. You see, two them more. I mean, I can't do it. Also, Mrs. Yade, a boy Juma pa na Bompikino had, but money for cocoa.
That's right. The old torn there.
Bompikino had, but money for cocoa.
Enough for a woman to go into labor.
Oh, when them put the anchor, saying enough and about Kwawosu.
Nano,
Emmanuel M. Awulia joining and also the free United States of Kiseman. Osi Bibi, Wasre. Osi, you mean Akufo-Addo's grandson's father? We'll live to see. Akufo-Addo is one of the presidents we've trusted more than others. Meanwhile, he's the most, or say he's the worst ever. So you can't say most worst. Ahachi Emmanuel, or say politics, to the best of my knowledge, is primarily seeking the well-being of the populace. It is otherwise from all indications. Emmanuel, if you are crying about Cincinnatus Welles said, good afternoon, Bibi. In fact, we never knew this side of Nanado until he became president. The rot is too much. Let's change power. Wilson entry ede inchia ena ode aba. Na Obi Busa said, when was the last time I praised this government? It's becoming too much of you. Well, I would encourage you to visit Happy FM in Facebook page. Now call a Pahwada Benju Medieso. You see the instances where I have sat here, praised government, and even praised individuals within the government. Inti say, Opa, maybe some research will help. Ken Farouk, Eddie Frikaswa, or say the Osajefo of our time, Honorable Okuje Tablakwa, keep up the good work you're doing for Mother Ghana. Nanado's governance is a disaster to Ghana, the most corrupt administration this nation has ever experienced. We also never again. Philip Sapia, also Bibi, the reason Mr. Ato won the case is that some of the judges are in court concerning their buildings, which the government are taking from them. Maybe okay.
No,
this is not fair.
Avoid it. I mean,
this is not fair.
the judges have done according to
judges don't judge because of emotions. In any case, the judgment never cry now on penia.
You can appeal.
Bit me upstairs now. Redress.
I mean, the AG has served notice. Obey appeal.
Yeah.
So, send a dining identity. I mean, you can't say that to our judges. Let's support them.
Okay, so that's about your messages. You can keep them coming. You can kind in Eddie Amao. Pamwada Benjamin Dini.
Pahwada benti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
We're back shortly.
Darling.
Yes.
Ye bedidi na meche angel cola. Me bread obi fa angel cola drink. Na ne yonku eyi angel orange. Ana angel mango. Ose me san pedi obi eyi. Aka me de ho.
Sese obi ape angel soft drinks ni nyina bi.
Ai, daddy, me say me penny ni nebi.
Sister, wo de mama angel peach, angel strawberry, and na angel cocktail. Actually, no matter angel apple lime. What ye? Esa na fun ade. Me say angel cola, any angel orange pe na menya. Afei na nka. It's also from wifey. For us chest no ebesi ha. Never angel drinks ni nyina agum. Obi ankata na ni no woni. De won sabeso mo no no anom.
Ale, asamasa.
No ano no. De bia sa na enya no. Angel cola de asembabo. Angel drinks ya. I don't call soft drinks beverages limited. And why? Who to do after one? 0244 83 22 86 and 050 78 78 668.
Angel drinks.
Taste like our day.
FDA ajeje de nkrato yatum.
Get ready to soar the skies of Rwanda. Business in Kigali, shopping in Johannesburg, or vacation in Paris. Experience our vast destination network and proud fleet and award-winning service. Whether you are a new traveler planning your next escape, Rwanda guarantees unmatched comfort and a sky-spanning network. Book your next flight today at rwandair.com or reach us via email at sales.accra@rwandair.com. Call us at +233 0598 760 645 or +233 0598 797 194 or visit your nearest travel agents.
Rwanda, fly the dream of Africa.
Mira, na de na ofre adwuma ba ya se waye bosanse. E de asem a.
Bi ne hwe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu. Bosia kra me pedi am ye de abobra so a. Menya bi.
And yesre. Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye. Waye prime brokerage service. Na no se de etie nie. So we japade na wo ho nkrata. Wotumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management. Na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu anom. Na ope bosia. Ye de wo nkrata ne yensi achi ba manipa no eje bosia etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ni di free
nese woni akura ntie
emane how cry esan se wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton wabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na kire sa me nkrata da dem no ebetumi ama manya sika wabra majapade no eho nka
sapepepe ubehu Eclipse Collateral Management ewa Denta Pantai Junction at Denta New Site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management, think safety and decent income.
Ekwaho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. 4 gone past 3. Happy 98.9 FM. Pawada Benjumedienie. There are a number of conversations have here in the area. Now, my first stop has to do with mobile money. Mobile money. Now, there is a group I am from, a mobile money advocacy group. Omo express concerns over the decline in Momo transactions. But then I accounted for sad decline. Already, the Bank of Ghana at the information we be to ja indicated say indeed Momo transactions are so but for them as an advocacy group, a dear normal peke as to the reasons in tia Momo transactions airdroppy. Yankwa Humano Sunyene Openi Amwako Ata or a national secretary Emma Mobile Money Advocacy Group Ghana. Yenin komo ene ewie. Wesa makwa tati menka Happy FM sunie ewie yada wase no mre.
No se yada wase.
Na ahoden wo ho de.
Na me adom ahoden wo ho.
Eja edian ni mu nhwehwemu ene ne mahunu a ededie se Momo transactions eso ete.
Yo. Enna kakrani eni hu se yedwumedie no se yemfa so wo se ekosro se dwuma no customers ni be ba mrano no ihu se na ekofom kakra enti de ne adwen nyina ne se eni eja nyina e ka se ewiase edin omremo edin pikan se yekotoku na yinim se ne skanti nyamencha de na Bank of Ghana awoye omeyimu bank nyina maame batan edibetudwa na oditudwa ne hu sa eni enimpi eni edwumedie ekopom enimpi yishia ye zonal head ye chapter leaders and all the national executives ye hwe ya ne hu se eyampa na mu ye ne ma mienu miense bi na ma ye dwumedie no ekopom ye di kan aye betimi dia tudwa ne se e-levy no in the Padudona who is a double taxation in a sense say you find the same year you mabosumi aso the tiata ye dimisika betu me bank amame na me pushi me sika if bank abetu me mobile money so me pushi sika from me bank abetu me mobile money so a me tia e-levy wo so enwati ebi ame man wo me krom the person me sika koma mabre we me send scammer na ye be send me e-levy e wo so enti don say sika kro na ya se me tax dada no me try e-levy go so be 2 or 3 times enti enu ne hu se ni padodo na se sadia eni etu onko tiri me bi etire eni me mfa sika bi anto mobile money so ana se me nye momo transaction enti se me call bank na me ko eni sika e se me hu na bia me sending kakra. There is a scenario. Obi or this car command a customer. When I saw the 5,000 and now 6,000. A command customer. Telcos no charges also. As no saying you e-levy. Into Baheno, Plenty Kana Utia eno. Any count if we move 10 cities. Edit for Trotra and KB and Cabit to me, Edit Kana command customer. The big Sakra and Tema and Cremo no. You can just do it. It is not the only Momo transaction. Yeah, this kind of command form. And you see a cajon and mobile money, you may know, a copom.
And no more picky from customers who are not say if he From customers.
And from your local agents or other locals. No say mobile money advocacy group near Ghana if you take from our zonal leaders, no, any our regional leaders, no, any near to the customer.
As a more mobile money advocacy group, no, Mwankasano, Mona Moye Mumu, Moye merchants, more motor kwa most mobile man for Mumutimi Musika, SND Sikano.
Okay. Mobile money advocacy group Ghana, no, in the Percobia, ye mobile money, then how can you visit one who you occur so many container?
Yeah.
Na ye moving a yakan ye who are boom. Ye hear consent creating in Ibabe say, the Kuya City. And a can who are boom. Then your mobile money in inquire when you're friend mobile banking. Ube was that bank in Ibuha. And then the piano bit me a bank. In the area, and then with the agent, MSR banks in Ibi. I'll be maybe you may be a bank, bra, mobile money agent.
Okay. Beyond e-levy, BMNA accounting for the declining rate of Momo transactions.
Me that say. Yes, who say fraud and fraudulent activities mobile money business anymore. High agent. Okay. Now say and obi order aduane store bi a woton aduane wo me person me boni din fast food joint.
Yeah.
Not knowing say some process no on my year counterfeit website bi how ma dey o number say go to plan akosi won so.
Okay.
O order we aduane nyina awie o ma ka say tie sika no na motor a de be bro mi tia ne ka pre ko no mo pamre. Na what you tell me ya then
I see.
It is some fraudulent phoning now was the movie to me from Miss Aniska baby and I wrong transaction. I beg you, Imami, what number where you say when you about some watching Sikan. If you are many padu no so and so then near what was so papa mobile money transaction no imo. Bako say the cast agent in Sunya Bako. Maybe a Germany at the robbery. Yabobi to Yajini Sika and money and
yeah.
Yamo police were about to say. Oshe crack a CM1 kind of Mahakumasanidi, a coffin cry, the police quantity. Now con cron kitwan non nominee villages now. And sit down, Cosso, Obani Abobi, Yajini Sika, ya wanted a day Yajini Sika. And I bet them cron kitwan also, who are mobile money agent back up in the war. It is a same say, Sunwa. One was down for them going what's in mobile money business. And a man in some of this is the can't say Yata so no money a day. In the can't count this can so need impo, but the other thing mobile money so now was sending a movie. It's your how no ebi and no. The end is honestly a yanikwa.
Yeah.
Yet the argument to be Jack.
And then I baho say my identify problems here. Bibi to say e-levy, minimum yamubeti aya fa ho de. But for each of the reasons one me ache ya wa identify. E de na mususuye mu ye fa ho ebetimi aboa.
Me da siminia. Sana America no. E-levy ni de. Sen company fo ebetimi ahwe. Ache so akofom kra ana se wo be yefi ho. Na enka online no ya pe kwan foforo bi a ibitimi de age to abo online no a enka be boa yen utie senia imemufo ne ka ohwa initially ansana e-levy beba no na mobile money business ne ekoso amanfo bi a to phone na why mobile money eguso na odnisika ato ne phone so this financial inclusiveness and as financial inclusion na yekan no bia to ne sika to ne phone so e-levy ne ba pe and a man for Jai say, or do Sika at 2 phones, and that's our best and the Sika. It is a penny for bet me yes, you are, and cut your mobile money, Jumano, to beat me up for sopa. I did about course one I say quickly, I did come on and say, and it is then Catelcos, no, and they are Jania. One will say, if you are, why am from son one sending to come will be wrong transaction. What fresh Telcos nippe, in case me so sick and mouth. Now, a young Jimukakra, nothing. The BS say this kind of corner, yeah, the alcohol. Now, it's not a fraudulent process, no. On my ahead of system, as soon as I stand it to more penny a year, It's near stress, and can skip a talk wallet this one. And can one change one source can him 5 minutes. I won't mean you cover the answer. That 5 minutes grace period, Miss Kano won't mean if you come from so be or you bet me a correction answer. Nani BCS.
Sir, 5 minutes in a nippano so genuinely, we hear Canada idea now or train. Then you now bet me a mamma for I discouraged in using Momo.
And no so a hawk cra. Now, no, the one who says Canada hawk. And no more better sense that we see Canada, it is few with someone for crowd and San Candy. And the union, no, said you see your uncle to you, and then I know what, if it's me. It's a hen a circus no so, who bet me aye. David said 2 minutes crown far. You bet me in your coin, with your wrong transaction quickly no, offer. You bet me also to Kenny Nanka if you want some. My baby is kind of what's there come. Yet Yako.
Suggestions here, what dear bay, what coming from him? But suggestions are a bit me a boom jumanama edimu, any animal use mumunina. And I'm on Benamutu.
Before then, no crown. Ye ne telcos readings I was so ye tyco, ye be cheering idea, near your call. Chamber of Telecommunication, you know, this I was so NCA, you know, this I was so, or why our fan would be so. If the ISA, you know, Yasemre say, the company for a Bank of Ghana, and now say NCA, Chamber of Telecommunication, Nanka ye best say, and can answer what by Shaby, mobile money as them, and a mobile banking as them the Bemu. And Kayanson Kawunti and one them kakra. It's a Obonisiani or grassroots. Nanka send ye 2 or from hand, ye to me among my gains. It's ye best one among any penny for ye can't what you know. Edins I was so amanako. But then I'm kind of Sankoponi in the doors are always open for us. If we are ye best pretty about in obedience that will be or my queen. If ye best also a pia at some penny for ye anymore. Ama I say, Yamina here, a be ya.
Mobile money interoperability. Per more vendors, no more experience, no at the same moment.
Interoperability, no, a side, no, from an agent, from your bank to your agent SIM. And you're going to push and pull. Intimacy cano, the Macau catch your say, yes, I mobile banking. In Tiscacrona, no, if you obey your bank account to move with the Digimao. So we know or same so no push if your bank, I bet you same so now the Digima. No, and I'm made dear Chairman Cacray. Who push if or same, I bet your bank, now I see levy. Who push if or same so, Eco Bank, now I see levy. And then year before, a sim conya woman. Our my home, but they say, will be side in this year. I will go through here. It's almost done. It's the other say, no, about agents not family. That problem, I need war interoperability in it. And no, a brass, and I said, year before, a year when you ma, you say, it be pay. But customers, no, it do on your funny say, lower bank. Missika, I need the idea make me a call bank. Bank and so, a me important for them. If you perceive me, it's bank. Eto me wallet so na me bank agent ni ho na me be na ye timi ni lebia obaka so when ni nya anye bi o tira me kokro mu a me kwa ko isika no wo bank eno na yen no itimi di nya in a way e wo ho
na no mampani nya kwan ne colleague African president Shiae na he made a strong case for mobile money interoperability crisscrossing borders. Etimu saying?
Oh, yes, yeah, you know the same crowd with the F1 so. Say, I know the other boy. Say, a bassa, you bet me send it to come up to Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, any country that I want Africa hanging. Sans Lobin Super send it to come. You bet me the Ampaso Sana, Yadiamano. Then you see a befa with the coin and not a black marketeering. At the assembly, Sika. And then see there, you're born a basso. But you're born about so you cannot be in your maybe so. Say, Empogana here into probability and Catano. Problem Kakao. Me one network video, but it who send it from one network be call some network who produce so I'm a movie edding pa and yeah, net a cocamu, let's see a rebel to come out so na yedding. My network be to network video, a couple call. It's there, among many of the charge yesterday. Only local into probability no see my answer your cocker cinema. But into probability in here, if one is so far, a beboa, am a human so a conkind.
Mododo be saying across the country, unim.
Across the country, I can say those who registered in good standing will be about 3,000 or 3,500.
Mobile money
across
vendors.
Yes. But there are agents among form association, and the clients could be agents among dom association, common car. Can one share someone for home at Domier? Then you know, yen I between the Abua, you must say mobile money agent.
Mobile money service abe create employment pa. Meshadana bibusa se mododo esen. And the number you have given me kwane consecutive. I mean, enye number abeka se wo mu nyina no. That sounds like the introduction of this novelty, mobile money service, abe creating numa. That also makes me feel say issues here ma raise say abina hwena yentu ho na more, including the telcos will be creating unemployment again.
Minia yes pepe okay ye mubi ha ye was shop there 2 3 4 obi cross shop there 5 or 6 ni nyina eni party piano eti se ekoba ne se ye dwumai ekofom na edwuma ni gu asebi o ma no sisumu na so edwuma gu a se ni pan ya ma omedwuma nyina safo nyina de kopi akotena
na momo adwuma no mfaso o mu pa
mfaso de means to me kasem faso mu anasem faso ni na anye bia ne yegusu ye ne de na me fa ne se yara
yara sesen unya adwuma foforo bi abeja akoye
well say no edi padodo na ya no bia pese be ye n'adwuma because soon means now say aban and obi me bi adwuma ma ansa na waye enu na make say yara because wow ye wadwuma wa won fa wo ha nkoto aban so say aban eni bi adwuma e ma and as me sumi na me pe nipa mi no mi ensa bi a unemployment rate no me so mateso kakra. And sometimes I am what I am see a deep boy who yes me dia boy nipa bi no mi ensa bi e wo o man ni mo.
Ba dwuma ne ye enye say yara ana imo de
kan ndi ne mo de na 11 ni be bo mu no e na dwuma no ye atan ni ye mu dodo na nipa ni be ye agent le bi e dwuma
ta
11 ni ba na wo send ko bank na ya tell wo fi bank eba wo network so na ya tell o he na ni sika no ko fom a na wajai na bi ase obekwa kotonton ne ma ni enkofo bi a obi o na wajai na wasasi etonton pampaboa ne eyi post ibi if this can kwa na ekofo if you hear say you na bi ne die say what me ti wuduma ma yempa mo ba ma na edwuma no ebe say fa ne ntuma papa bi ekura
omudi hu dwuma pa ne sen wo munyi 11 mfiri ho ana se threshold no monte so
see you in penifo betumi ayi a nkabe ye nde papa so when ntumi anyimpo na what so kopom pa na se obi ye na ha no bebre a enka ye bekoso a and I see financial inclusion na work and say financial inclusiveness no you see you only per kubia of really say the unbanked community one of uncle bank companies can for to bank need to say or get the mobile money so and I need the phone so and na them penny for say yam fast typical cash and say them who ko baby out the phone which here the BS say utia san them penny for say and kabeko and no crown nka ɔman no ɛnsɛ sika ɛnkɔprinti hard currency sika no sɛ si anatete ɛsɔ mpanimfoɔ pɛ sika no wɔkɔ twɛ sika no foforɔ bɛgum nti ka sika no nyinaa yɛ electronic ɛwɔ phone so wɔ banka ɛnka mpanimfoɔ nsɛ sika nkɔtwa sika foforɔ mpo megum and I will not print the cash the currency no esi yɛhɛ sɛ ka yi lɛbi ne kɔ fam and yɛyi fi wɔn po a nka bɛboa mo biara de ne sika to ne phone so na nka fraudulent issues no nso yɛahwɛ ne ayi fraud po ne nyinaa fi system no mu ɛne nka me nua awoda no wada wo sika no sɛ da hɔ a sɛ da hɔ no
na mo vendors mutua tax
yɛtua tax withholding tax 10% withholding tax ansa na wo commission MTN anaasɛ Telecel anaa Airtel Tigo de wo profit wo commission ne bɛma wo no na yɛate tax no wɔ so dada ntiɛ ne wopɛ wo mpɛ wo bɛtua ntiɛ ne yɛtua no dada ɛna district assembly na wo mu no nso yɛtua saa district assembly taxes na wo container no tax na yɛtua no ne nyinaa property rate no ne saa ɛyi ne nyinaa no yɛtua ne nyinaa nso
tabletop fo nso tua property rate
sɛ ɛfie wasi wo container wo ha na wo sɛ ɔwɔ asase kuma bi ne wasi store dan ketewa bi wɔ so wobɛtua
obi wɔ hɔ a wɔsi store dan ne bag sɛn ne kɔn ho na ɔte kwan ho obi anim so ɔyɛ mumu nti ɔmo kɔ no hɔ saa nipa no ɔmo nyina mo wɔ system nim
ɔmo nyinaa wɔ system nim ɔmo saa no the district assembly no ba ama ɔmo tua tax ɛma ɔmo obi wɔ abɛn sɛ assembly no sika bi tare ne container ne ho anaa ne table ne ho nti ɔmo de ɔmo nyinaa ɔmo tua tax ɛma district assembly
oba bi wie school no so peso emumu a adwuma be manaye
with the hope say best success so ye no na 11 na perform ana ye yesi ho na nipa dodo na etua be ye mobile money na die
opani am akwata happy fm da se wie
o se da mate se mutumi HP yen na ne high no so mutumi boa ya ma edison 24 ni mo ya men kamo
Ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe
momo fa ntwa momo kakra na we no fanye se mama no ntwa mask momo kakra na
se ade no ono se mze ni code no
ono so nya code
wonya code amana affecting ni momo code
wasi ni refi ni pina la
refi
ni usikaka
se no ni ade no by interesting discussion and command papa ya boy see mumufo no adwuma no eba form now I was trying to get Bank of Ghana and some na omoka and I know efasa mobile money and sensemi ho na said the Bank of Ghana no more can say be. I don't know whether say okay. So benya kakra say mobile money momo
this is Happy FM.
Indicators likely took as a nosedive from June 2024. Now, according to data from the Bank of Ghana, also the total number of Momo transactions dipped. The transactions dipped significantly, falling to 644 million Ghana cedis compared to 668 million recorded in May 2024. So it was a month-on-month comparison. And another Bank of Ghana area. Now, I'll say this translates into a fall in total value of Momo transactions from 234.3 billion Ghana cedis to 224 billion. In terms of Sikano Doduonso Eba form. Now, we'll say, however, the balance of float, which is the amount of money held in mobile money accounts, BBJ, increased marginally from 21.1 billion Ghana cedis to 22.2 billion.
Accounts held.
Yes.
Monies held.
Monies held in various accounts increased from 21.1 billion to 22.2 billion. The reasons Emma omu eka omunsam yibi ebi edru ha we understand
it
better.
Wallet there into.
Yes. The amount for this kind to wallet no so. But they are not doing transactions.
Yes.
You may have value on the mobile money, no. Obi ne phone da hosika da so. And the person is not doing transactions. Okay. So
at best, the buy cash out, no amount of cash. Because of transfer more electronically a better no.
A better no. Yes. And a lot of people don't like it.
Keeping
inti edda ho.
Good mobile money.
Say bia phone no we are cry ni sika yin sika. Now, on a year-on-year basis, however, both the volume and value of money transactions surged into over month-on-month na okay, but a bano afe 2023 at the 2024 as of the same period in the year. Not just the amount in terms of transaction and the volumes, ni nyina no de ekosro. And that's why na ye can say uncommon situating you say while the total number transactions rose from 582 billion to 644 82 million to 644 million, the value of transactions jumped significantly from 149.4 billion to 224 billion, albeit with some fluctuations in the figures. Now, it goes on to say the contraction in the use of mobile money service in June 2024 in particular could be attributed to economic and regulatory factors affecting users' behavior and market dynamics amidst a intensified call for scrapping or reduction of e-levy rates. E-levy no asem no sa nkomo na yebedi bebre no according to the Bank of Ghana itself enya nsunsuanso. And then unse na omo try so be enforcement bi enom ne ade during a period na omo vendors bebre obi a hwese ne sim no ye duly registered ewe I say we be aye kama and the regulations are hold omo de ma omu di so ni nyina no say eno eka ho na according to them sad numbers no buy, but the value in terms of money I one crore for wallet so according to the Bank of Ghana was true. But Bibi, is it also true say yemfo mo de no ntonchen amanfo bi wo Ghana ha obepe so be loading sika na gu no wallet so na ode phone ato ho.
And that is what explains what the Bank of Ghana said, that monies held in accounts ekosro. So for safekeeping or no uncle bank, because I feel no fill forms na that uncle bank, but they still can be good phone so.
You know the unloading so
until
no charges. Yes.
Until obekwa ko loading the cash na gu no wallet no so. Or pese wo yibia no acquire cash out. We cash out so I say until task and
too depending on the amount of your cash out.
This is happy.
Or cash out to pay. So the money will be there once you cash out. Deductions are made.
Yeah, but the overriding interest is safekeeping.
Sure. And
the overriding interest is safekeeping.
And as many of us also are, finding is a tempting when the money is on the wallet. Oh, Charlie, oh, dashim is a BAC. Not quickly because it is there. No, why?
I say air cash and so as air cash and soon. I no cry the contem crutches or mumu. Then your phone so cry to me trying from phone a doom. Our phone so to me my excuses be brave. And now it's a sale cry no. All the banks have apps. I mean,
and how many people say apps?
Most of
yeah, the chrono.
I mean, I don't have to go. I don't remember the last time I called the banking hall. But Charlie, in a month, so what's na also say sika will lose in terms of taxes. Jack, we shall they are print your mini statement and see.
Oh, may I almost every time.
It's serious.
It's serious. But when I reduce the use of ATMs.
Reducing the use of ATMs. Yes. Apps not reducing the use of ATMs.
Yes.
And also,
and you see, when with the mobile money need to add the account, that is when you file mini statements near there. Say, Momo pay no money at the most of the cover DJ Bibri no ne company ne registered. And I will need a special number be a wire for Momo for into crap. If you are paying him or her with Momo, I just send a personal line. Now, what they are to so. To some extent, sometimes you been request say for charges to so.
Yeah.
What they are saying. And many
no
people.
Value, no?
Yes, no any value, no. And say, when you be all call around paying with Momo all the time.
Now,
yeah.
With the check statement. Never taxes, you know. Commission tax, commission. Enough from cry.
It is a chasanona. It is a sikani bi ubiaje contract bi. Na buyu isa na atite.
Madam Fubia Lusu 10,000 Ghana cedis kwesiada because of Momo.
How?
Na mene okase one telco ne kunso din.
How?
I don't know.
No, baby, how?
I say how.
Wrong transaction?
Maybe.
Wrong deduction? And now every bank to Momo account.
Me use from me bank.
Okay.
The
Ato Momo account.
Wallet so. Amount me ye no enso sika na me. Amount me ye no less than what my bank deducted.
Come again. The amount that came as debit on your account.
I mean, okay. Now, Attorney General described the decision of the appeals court as perverse, grossly unfair, and an erroneous decision. Attorney General indicated say obey appeal against the ruling of the appeals court. But the person J addition kakra. In essence, the decision of the appeals court, as yet saying, now what does it mean for the substantive case the high court? Yakwa homano so na ye lawyer ni private legal practitioner one or if a managing partner Fidelity Law. Openi Oscar Asante Nuro ojoine wa homano so. Council team kan happy FM suni ye mo ha ema wo akwaba. Na ewie de bokọ de
Yami adum pastor say
obo ade adaroma me hu ye pa menya ne tie se nche legal vacation beba na munyina makọ home kakra
yami adum atawchina no legal vacation started
till October on
till October yeah
and you be do akogina court to there em say around this time hu beto kakra
but still say court nketwa no ebe city district and circuit court no
munyina be city
and even the high court no crime so the benya vacation court
okay intenya total vacations
vacation be
okay na wadama enen komo yi na amaya frɛ wo ye nyina ne ye ni di ongoing ambulance trial no echia na ye follow sene ensem no ekokwansi ene na beto dwa sɛ court of appeal ahye sɛ ensem a honorable Ato Forson de beto omanimu no omo ne ye adwene a enu nti wono akyerɛ sɛ wonko wadama ne esi appeals court no boyen na chirechiri mu kire ne enti ase edi important and appeals court aka na ase kire sen.
Well, me share with you for, and let me be quick to add say in fact Cecilia na Saka less than 5-10 minutes ago na Saka certified true copy of the ruling Court of Appeal,
okay.
Me Yamianim no cray, it's about 125 pages.
Untimi kan mu nyina.
Maintain kind in about 5-10 minutes ago now.
Osakai.
Descended me.
Okay.
And it's a make my peruse or my price myself with the nuances and then the ratio descendant court of appeal and penny for the room or mujana so bua no name boa.
Okay.
But make me share opinion on the general principles governing with said okay say what is the legal effect of the Supreme Court decision?
Of the appeals court decision.
More reasoning or more profile, but then say, said your kind say, no and so a high court decision, trial court, no can't say. Remember that the Court of Appeal is an appellate court.
Yeah.
High court in the trial court. Now, after say, criminal trial. I would say, accused person in a day. You have to be burden of proof. The burden of proof lies on the prosecution. More and more, you know.
Yeah.
More than what the Motimi a proof which court on say, as soon as where the bonny way, ain't it, and you know, and a modern Abidjan court. Ain't after more prosecution, more quite do for no. More no witnesses to investigate whatever. I know witnesses in you know. Now court no, I want the own wisdom no. I think about out say, and ye dear any paya bono quite you know. Our home quite say, ye man a quite no so be opinion defense. So the prosecution let me establish it your friend of prima facie case.
Yeah.
And you know. Court in the Becca say, at the end of prosecution, no case, you know. Defense counsel and I say accused person or whom quite or can say. Quite do no more dear born on the advance for almost free in Yano. But more to me improve will be there, say. Odifo and answer step more dear born on. Our home quite say, will be the defense and answer or Babette San. Ain't you no? Defense counsel, no. And my whole client said defense counsel and other accused person, you know. So the lawyer, the lawyer betting you be a friend submission of no case. And the obiting team in Krata, the authorities, the principles, the say, assembly question. Say, doing cross examination, we can't say, we can't say, witness, we can't say, identity. From the totality of the evidence and the facts before the court, you know, the client, you know, another accused person would need assembly was to be no opinion, why submission of no case. And okay. Court, you know, a whole power, inherent jurisdiction, and the power to obey what say. I was open defense or not. And we see this ambulance trial, no? Because
in the ambulance trial, no, we're told to say Ato Forson Richard Jakpa file for no case. Emma,
yes, don't file for submission
of no case
through their lawyers.
And a trial judge in Angiantum.
Wabuguye or dismiss it.
Omontia Sintinomco appeals court over that same submission of no case.
So more appealing against the ruling of the trial high court decision.
Okay.
Or the judge is decision. And the SCS decision, no, almost appealing.
Okay.
The ruling, no, for the submission of no case now, Ubogu, you know, and being dissatisfied with the decision of the high court, no, then they went further, they went higher.
Okay.
To appeal against it. And by a 2-1 majority decision, you know, and you have to say, Court of Appeal says, quickly I discharge it.
2-1 majority decision, Chirana say, I judge for me and Senate na appeals court asemono so, and a muminu, and Ato Forson ya adwene na ba akone ne nya adwene.
In law, no, you from Unofficially, you're from Court of Appeal, no, you're from the three wise men.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Are they always three?
Yes, they are always three.
Okay.
For now, they are always three.
Mm.
And see, there are three. And the essence of it is that it is a appeal a type.
Okay.
And today there was a odd number. And that is why I three. The Supreme Court will be 5, 7, 9, depending on the circumstances and the case involved.
And says a pie that.
So the bear, and it's a pie. And you want to mean 2, want to mean 1, 1, want to mean 3. And today there are odd numbers. And the other say they are unanimous. So when you are no back up and chrome, and I say majority decision.
Okay. And in this case,
this is what is saying. I say we your presiding, former judicial secretary, Yapuko Champo or the sentence.
Or this on a neighbor corner on your mind, you know.
Aha, or the sentence.
Okay.
And the two others were of the opinion say no. The submission of no case, it should have been upheld.
So the appeals court said Nipa mienu have no case to answer. Inti na chese den almost set aside trial judge earlier ruling no.
The legal effect is that to say the submission of no case now trial high court judge in Bogu since Court of Appeal a higher court to high court I say dear, say abo winebu. So what stands is for now until say the state or the republic will also appeal to the Supreme Court, challenging the decision of the Court of Appeal. They say the Court of Appeal decision stands.
So what does it mean for substantive matter na war high court Say omuni any case to answer, does it mean say they walk away?
That is why I'm saying that for now, the trial high court, hands, trial high court judge hands, a state.
Okay.
The decision of the Court of Appeal, And America say that is not the end. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we wake up and hear say the state or the Republican so after appealing to the Supreme Court to question or to set aside that ruling by the Supreme Court today.
And indeed, we are getting indications from the Attorney General's department say Obeko upstairs.
I will not be surprised. I haven't heard that, but I will not be surprised. So for now, the Court of Appeal decision stands and is binding on the High Court.
Courts in the Cambro Fubi, acquittal and discharge.
Okay.
In this case, acquittal and discharge, and acquittal, and I say a discharge, and
Well, me, I have not had the privilege of reading through the whole ruling.
Okay.
But social media reports now, that is why I'm being very, very circumspect in the circumstances. If whatever is bandied around is anything to go by there, you see, you will acquittal and you will discharge.
Okay.
You better me to have a court. Now, a prosecution, or more accused person or back court, there be a prosecution, no, be a moment. A beer, a mobile, witnesses, a month for more money and there. The lawyer, and I so bet me a plea to court, say, because for want of prosecution.
Okay.
You discharge you, and no one says, you jaw cry.
Okay.
And no one says, for now, you discharge you anytime prosecution, I am ready to say, better ban. Bet me.
It means when you are saying you
are acquitted, dear.
Okay.
That is the difference between acquittal and discharge.
Enti any ochina na menya ntie say trial judge may have to sit on the substantive matter or so. Is there any obligation on the accused persons to appear before her now?
Well, it is the
And a betray.
Submission of no case, no, na. We're ruling on. So the question is, and until I'm seeing a handicap, kakra.
Okay.
I need to peruse through the whole ruling, because I'm sure that the Court of Appeal might have given some directives or something in respect of the way, you know. And because of them to me read the way, you know, me commit me I can be a meaning.
Opache said beyond the ruling, no, the Court of Appeals bit me directives be to the lower court.
Yes, that the maybe I'm saying so.
Yeah.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
We are not sure.
The High Court to hold on with the ongoing trial, whatever. I don't know the ancillary release and all those things that were proffered in there. That is why I'm saying that I've not apprised myself with the full structure of the ruling of the Court of Appeal.
Okay. Lawyer, I know about me a pa na menjo mre no nso bebre nti ne be ne se ne on kan ruling ni nyina ne nti no ye de be konkon ha kakra ohun na mama the benefit of reading it na fe ye di enkomo na mana kwa chire
me reading bibia nti se badaroma oye ready na ofrenia
me pa choyo Happy FM dasi bebre 98.9 FM e pa ho ada benjumedi ne 10 to the top of the R4 openia me ne kasa a lawyer ni or managing partner Fidelity Law the din ene Oscar Asante Nuro ni ensem ni nyina ne se ene Court of Appeal e de abase owura eye Dr. Ato Forson minority leader ena Richard Jakpa ene you know omuni asem bia osom koya no ewo eye High Court ene so NDC for Ebosepa over this matter. The question I ask and I say, do they now believe in the judiciary now? 98.9 FM, a Pahwa da Benjumedi. In our discussion, and every penny for etinasi anessa, never be domedi, Namakoton de Namaba, Koba, na yede and then komono ashe na me kai won so say ubetimi adjoining in with your thoughts or comments and views live on Facebook. Ebeje Brenia can kind nyina ama ya Owusu Swansea, a member of the NPP communication team waje nedwa with him and so Andrew Apia Dankwa or a lawyer ni na osanso ye member of Movement for Change, now Alliance for Revolutionary Change. Ye hwe ni mu se Mauli Koku na Negbe, member of the NDC communication team, so ebe join in. But I am enjoying the moral support of a senior brother in the studio right now. I don't have his permission to me for anything to job, but they know who me hopa. They know who me hopa. My men name me ho, me koba, ye baby di ene nkomo.
E pa ho adabenti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mira, na de na ofre adwuma ba ya se waye bosanse. E di asemwa.
Binishe mafo kwa na ekwo wo mo animu. Bosia kra mi pedia me de abobra so a. Menya bi.
And yesre. Eclipse Collateral Management for Abamaye. Waye Prime Brokerage Service. Na no se de etienie. So we japade na wo ho nkrata. Wutumi de nkrata ne beja Eclipse Collateral Management. Na so bi so we japade ebia na ne nkrata no animu anom. Na ope bosia. Ye de wo nkrata ne yensi achi ba manipa no bosia etua ehon faso ma wo ankrata ne ye wo de ani di free
ne se woni akura ntua
emane how cry esan se wono so wo ajapade a wo de ba yenti no eno na bank de beton gwabra won kwo wo de ne ho kra
na kire sa men krata da dem no ebetumi ama manya sika wobra majapade no eho nka
sapepepe obehu Eclipse Collateral Management e wa Denta Pantai Junction Adenta new site wa 0543832466. Eclipse Collateral Management. Think safety and decent income.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers.
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, west, north, south, Obiara meant to be.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Haga.
Let's go.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers.
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
ɛkwa ho adabe nti si no pi na nokorɛ ɛyɛ baako pɛ.
This is my personal opinion. Okay. This is not NDC's opinion. Let me make that distinction. My personal opinion is that anything NDC going to court, the court has a disposition against the NDC. That's my personal opinion.
But that's generalization.
Yes. Am I not allowed?
You are allowed, but
yes.
I mean,
yes, on the basis of evidence. How many cases haven't we taken especially to the Supreme Court?
And if your case is bad, it is bad. You go there with lawyers.
Are you saying we are so damp that we will not know which case has a probability of winning? And in other jurisdictions, you go to court and lose. Maybe it's a 3-2, a 4-1, depending on the composition of the panel. And where it is even 3-2, you'll find two judges agreeing with your position and advancing arguments why they agree. You may find the three disagreeing with you, and each one advancing argument. It reaches the jurisprudence of the country.
Are you saying that is not...
That does not happen.
Give me examples of cases that have been so dismissed, creating that impression you are creating now.
The first one is the election petition.
ɛpa ho adabɛn. ɛpa ho adabɛn.
This is my personal opinion. Okay. This is not NDC's opinion. Let me make that distinction. My personal opinion is that anything NDC going to court, the court has a disposition against the NDC. That's my personal opinion.
But that's generalization.
Yes. Am I not allowed?
You are allowed, but
yes.
I mean,
yes, on the basis of evidence. How many cases haven't we taken especially to the Supreme Court?
And if your case is bad, it is bad. You go there with lawyers.
Are you saying we are so damp that we will not know which case has a probability of winning? And in other jurisdictions, you go to court and lose. Maybe it's a 3-2, a 4-1, depending on the composition of the panel. And where it is even 3-2, you'll find two judges agreeing with your position and advancing arguments why they agree. You may find the three disagreeing with you, and each one advancing argument. It reaches the jurisprudence of the country.
Are you saying that is not...
That does not happen.
Give me examples of cases that have been so dismissed, creating that impression you are creating now.
The first one is the election petition.
ɛpa ho adabɛn.
98.9 FM ɛpa ho adabɛn dwumadie enie. Welcome back. Aka simami ensana no 9 abɔ me din ene Besmack Brown obetimi afrɛ me BB. Na mamema this commercial information na take advantage of that. O asase bi da baabi a wasase no o land title certificate nkrate wasase no hu nyina dimu na munya sika de besi dan na tie me. Isane say with your land title certificate you can earn a decent income on a yearly basis in a risk-free environment. Eclipse Collateral Management and Advisory Services and our Odessa Kwenya way abroad. Enti kwana kwahwehwe o land title certificate no na frɛ Eclipse Collateral Services CCA from 054-383-2466 so 0543-832466. Ebi ana opese ode wani kwahwe omo office na oji omu dia omo ewo Adenta barrier close to Medimosis Hospital anase omo ben West Africa Senior High School war ne pe woni Eclipse enkasa na wasase document no enye adwuma ma na sika emra boafo ye na enkanka ne ye nemremu agana ye din ye na obi hwe obi ba obi support obi a adwene ono ne yere ne ma ho pe enu nti boafo ye na pa na osanso koyo obi a sebe impreduasan wadi demo de a na boafo asem no na kyese aye na kra chen obi ade enu nti Happy 98.9 FM yase yaba aba emwa ama the physically challenged we Happy 98.9 physically challenged support project ni when mo bia wadi dem opeso ko school wadi dem enso opese oye adwuma ma no ho no anya na adwuma bi bodwa bi obeye ana bi kropeso osua adwuma bi pacho for some information ma say ni pa no say Happy FM ye ni partners akabom e de emwa ebre wona sebe omadi dem eni da so aba amamu biem wan kasanso na wadi dem a misrawo bebre take advantage of this opportunity na sesa o shebre ene me kana say yemfa obi a wadi dem nhye dem ntu ni mu bring them out. The fact say na niefra doesn't mean so any talent. The fact say na so ntia sem doesn't mean so ntimi nya adwuma na niefra kro betimi aye adwuma. ETV Ghana and the first television station, I dare say, in West Africa, you employ the very first visually impaired newscaster, Paul Anomakodie. Na ye nimuda, so be a 7 and yefra, a kind news money ye. All we had to do, and they said, ye better a bear from Fidie Diamano, a boa will be an yefra. And I may know what I say, Paul has carved out a very lucrative profession in the media for himself. Sabranti American Asemi, or University of Cape Coast. The Niefra. It is not the end of the road for war. Happy Sebra, Nayamwa. Fanamba Emma Fre 0302 254 858. Number 9 0302 254 858. Where did them now pemwa esua adwuma opemwa ako school ana wo pemwa na wo de ahye wan kasa business bi ase afre number yi na yebedi akire na emwa na ye wo ma wo no ye de amao. Happy FM de eye nimdie nko a Happy FM so de eye nije nko a wo de yen a wo de asem na afiwei ene afibia ye a ye twimoja kakra e de boa ye nuanom a eya omoho koka dwamu ebetimi ayewo nua bi madam fu bi enya akwanhia ewo Accra Kumasi Road no so Happy FM onya akwanhia no Anyinem Government Hospital na edi no kopie na ye hia moja de ama no ensi nkran ha Anyinem Government Hospital ye pe moja ama no na aye dene ade a eje madam fu no ne se ninia ketwa atwe moja pen na wotwe moja na ye ma o card bi edi anase di adanse se watwe moja da sa card no se wankasa na hu nipa bi ehia moja na otimi yi card ni pia ba bia moja wo bia ye ma wo the preferential treatment enti moja twe no mfaso wo ho ye pe moja yi ase konebra ase enyabi ena de ni nuane ba yo ka se oh me metwe moja pen oyi ne card pie ye intentem misrawo a pint for a life ena ye kano e wo happy ha. So the long wait is over. Happy FM ye ne done well insurance akabum e the annual Happy FM blood donation drive on air baso se dwumadi ye launch on 2nd February. In fact, Mr. February, 2nd August, fache me. Asa me pentema mafine wie o na 2nd August 2024 ya ena ye pa eho entoma 11 AM pepepe na sa dwumadi ye to nsa frɛw se bra na wo so betwi moja ni bi na efa boa afoforo oyiri bi bekɔ awo so na obi obehia moja omoja na wobetwe no ebe save obi life na obi nso dia wotwe ye no asave wo yere nso life enti ye nyina ye mboa na brabo no eye koja Happy FM ye nije Happy FM ye nimde Danwell Insurance say if it must be done it must be done well. I dare say we my favorite tagline of all time. Company beer tagline you are achimete said done well for the no. If it must be done, it must be done well. No mutromujo. We a politician now so person ko parliament a man meye mutromujo. Represent the people well. Enkoye na debi. Oso be ya. Yeah, we are mampeni. Also be do mine nim. Yeah. And ya last and then a problem we never there be. Yeah. Ni here no. Abeja Fatina say Swansea Agina Konya Council Wagina Konya or Seposipu Nusio. Kwaku Mauli Kwaku Nanegbe. I am a member of the NDC communication team. And also Agina
Etrunko Wadani Edino.
Kwaku Mauli Nanegbe. Kwaku Mauli Nanegbe. KMN.
Exactly. Unim Nintia Bonusa. I say me Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that is my first name. I mean, I need dear. So Mauli need dear. Yeah, Baba 2 Dino.
I need 2.
So you must move in that order.
But for a lot of people in Ghana, for a lot of people in Ghana, the day of birth is shared your first name. For a lot of people in Ghana.
For me, that is the day I was born.
So, and only your first
That's
name.
my first name.
Okay.
So we must go.
Okay.
And you move to me.
I see. Look, I'm a person who saw David na Mrs. Samidi.
Is you?
I don't agree with you.
Sir, Ade.
Akola on to Hudin, Papa Tudin.
But
Papa Tudin, I don't see why you should.
When you need to do baby now, so for
you should disrespect Papa, sir.
Well,
that's my view. But I say,
me know you are doing the
Afrocentric man. We don't even very Afrocentric. It's not even one English name. But Papa told me, Brofudin.
Okay.
And I'm used because on to Hudin. And so who believe in spiritual things? I mean, Mr. Also very spiritual.
Okay.
And yeah,
but it's me more dimi say no believe in spirituality. It's me more dimi na kutia.
Yeah, didn't kutia. Wow.
And it's spiritual now.
No. Believe spiritual. Yeah, I believe spiritual.
Okay.
Because there's a reason to say Papa the 2D. See, there's a reason.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it doesn't come when I Onassis. Onassis. Ube so sebi on kwasese mo be repeat kwasese. Na u repeat Onassis dina sikano. I believe in that too. So for me the
obi the tiger so ayi pa.
Exactly. What has here?
Obi try photo ara.
Obi the abebe say.
So ska.
But all cash man you know. I say what you reap. And so under spiritual law. What you
sow you reap.
And so under spiritual law. But so me personal view.
Okay.
I don't think say your duty to name yourself. That duty, Papa duty. So in at to dia, not only not of us saying grandpa. I think say to be so much disrespect.
So this is it. I think says episode to Sanamona, you need to sit with your father.
No, Papa Frima.
Well, Frimudi, I said you are at liberty to rename yourself.
Well, I disagree.
Okay, it's a matter of opinion. But I mean, if we are saying no, we need to do baby, obeti near maybe so ase. Emma obe appreciating near maybe. And depending on also experiences when you are brabum, it can also inform certain changes.
I agree with you.
And I for one, me were local names pa.
I see.
Yeah. Me say name your Hosu.
Huh?
Hosu.
Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Mentiasi ntimi nyusu. Edia mentiasi no. I don't know why I should.
Oh yeah.
Na obusa asichere.
Busa asichere ka so appellation.
Yeah, exactly.
Appellation there I mean they say ni.
There's one as your name rebel. There's one as change you.
So it is actually No, dear, yeah.
Was asking we say come on, you
can't no be so far the aquarium the
and what can't as what is it?
No, if I am fancy, has
some pregnant.
Kokuna kofa by Swazi.
Boko deɛ nyame ne hene ɔbɔ deɛ de yankwache waonim sɛ adepa bi chi sei na mogye di ho efrisane a yɛde aseda emotwe de ampo nyankopɔn ne titru sɛ yɛ wahonden sebi obi nya ne sei a na nkɔpɛ sɛ ɔpɔn pempempempem a wo nyina no oni nkwa oni ahonden so na oni nkwa bɛde no nya ahonden sɛ huwu kɔ so ati
wo nwene ahonden
yɛte ase ya nyankopɔn ayɛ yɛadomi yɛde aseda emotwe ampo nyankopɔn na me french ya mawa wo mu ene mabedwo ku a ene me no muhie ha sɛ happy maton sa frɛ sɛ yemra ne mbedwendwen Ghana ensema ekoso
so officially mu mienu de musuma kasa bia ana tie shase na yenti
I good job I stand all for the introduction
sharp and the lawyer Misha in free way now you shall in free court to where I just spoke to a colleague of yours ama oboy em seminar but I think said being in a studio no bit me my more flesh to a issue na akoso court of appeal no say Ato Forson ne Jakpa omo ho son kra ana certain
well this was like so one for akunyencha etifo mencha mebra penny so anze eja first mission but we need think what was very positive and this can be part of my cabinet be na ka je bo but enyo to limit match na ba front oh no you pin oh you pin pa
member me susu say omo wi a ombeba
you see
one baby ati and na fifi da kan pipi ni nete ha ena
na mi sinya deka
ena ebo kumante ya na ebo ha fifi sa ma fifi say bibi wu sha fa franto ati anu sunu
because I say because muzimu MP but mo shift free data of the because the first place into be odo za MP night deals ni na no what mean some people no be am about to dey see a one age na okay you believe inside deals into mumbra free come home we will save you and what you say I friend saying
ambulance trial
most men kind appeal case no but at least menya in some more can say no cry it gives an idea so that's all your criminal case is burden of proving say accusing guilty no lies fully on the prosecution into no beginning no prosecution or adduce evidence what do you use evidence you know say close your case one judge no to me to say I mean analyze evidence now using you know make a case via accused no need to answer
okay
into no ma acquit you
a jaiwom
say this just say jai but acquit no say na minya
Asante Nuru
minya ketwa Asante Nuru HHM no say discharge no but enye based on
odo sakata mic na no ha
ye jaw but enye based on say ya hwe ya case no say
okay
onye guilty it could be for some like
other reasons
want of prosecution recently on magistrate and I say on my internally prosecution the young to your case in Cabo BM
okay
but it means at any point in time biano
it's misunderstanding
because in case a crime doesn't expire
exactly
but say omoko through the case yeah omo use evidence now you share evidence no say there be untimi justify friends saying ne guilt yenti fa case for bomb say kwedum sabobi ultimate enter a plea of what we call otrefa acquit so as an asem no de airborne no kwedum de bomb no ya bomb kwedu no ama ya go through teacher say so you are bad from bringing the same
case up
so judge no to me after what here prosecution case and says okay me tie no mo make enough with into market no or who accuse no ultimately by a friend saying an emotion application of no case it me make an argument judge and say listen omo use some evidence nya ntia chese on person chese na me guilty some of them have here no omo ntimi establish case via ntia chese have to answer into on that basis no more acquit me now yes application and
yeah,
and a call appeal on the application for no case.
Yeah.
And now appeal court I could through was also quite appeal usually which is all challenging judge a decision. Say probably it could be for any so on the maybe evidence somebody using does not justify anyways. And appeal court uphold or appeal by saying indeed no case has been made against them. So they've been acquitted and discharged.
Okay. So in this case, acquittal and discharge.
Yes. So technically,
where you almost song. Where you near team confirm.
However, I told you I was also right to challenge appeal court a decision. Our superior court. Like I say, your court your 3 appellates. You see, so your secondary appellate, which is the Supreme Court. So you can have a secondary appellate. We see. It's almost obviously called Supreme Court. That is the
prerogative.
But as for right now, more or less about square one. The sense say about to well, look, I said, time high court.
Yeah,
they were still presumed innocent
until
proven. You see, so right now, no more bad situation. Innocent, almost so but. Friends saying agent can go back to the Supreme Court. The difference, the key thing is that Supreme Court, you never know quite use evidence.
Okay.
At that point, is about the law.
Okay.
It is unless now evidence be on what tried down can anyway. But the point that where we are right now is about law. So you are going to look into evidence now. I don't know grounds or the back, but on more share in random basis on the appeal for the Yomujumano, and then take a decision. But as things stands now, per reports Ebony there, even acquitted and discharged. Clear. Now all comes what can be. Because as you guys as in law school, there be political arena. Sharp. It's in politics never as a law school. Politics. But all can be. Unse and kind of when you to your home. Your critic system be where the fetch me mama baby and papa push you the fetch me mama sumo everybody penny about is age already here mama sumo who's there your critic you say your government because politics is about govern all government your politics material before them mean politics you don't choose to like politics or not to like politics so you be politics so it has here into the art of governing itself politics. Now, government structures be structures be including the judiciary, even the EC, and they're supposed to show more and other more institutions. Hold it together. That system we see. Into partisan politics. As much as possible, they say try say fire partisan in some and cause because of the ultimate dangers. Because of the ultimate dangers, as the parties are not a bit impacting because person be creative system be a more at some neutral. You doubt it or more integrity because of your politicians. How because the burden on them over judiciary the burden on the judiciary is not just to dispense with justice. The burden on the judiciary is to manifestly be seen to be dispensing with justice. And that's a way higher.
Sadly, and I search the say.
Manifestly, so also with my was justice. What is justice? Justice is per the law. So with me,
Juma, so
but because of system, issue. That's a judge and you prepare and that's a who feel say no baby has justice been done. Because what is the purpose of justice? And then society is seen. And then my for say I shouldn't take the law into my own hands. If people believe, say indeed justice is being dispensed.
Into what they also deliver justice, but do the people see?
So you know as an issue, so you can say so right now better than you just say my justice. But your justice in such a way, so be one change be why your justice. And that's a higher burden. The same burden is on the EC. So your coalition EC, the burden on the EC is not just to deliver a free and fair election, but the burden on the EC is to
be seen to be delivering free and fair.
But it's our duty, even though it's on the EC, it's a duty that politics, we can impact. What I say, it was a my can, I mean, Jakanda. the issues I had with the Nanado appointing people who are perceived or who were perceived to be MPP members. They may not be MPP members.
This is
They may not be MPP members. But immediately I'm for raising issues about more neutrality. No, there was no point appointing them. That means me and the Penagwazi. Nobody should think about appointing me onto the EC. Because we may decline. Yeah. What I say? Because at the end of the day, you know, a responsibility. Such as say, keep the sanity of institutions. To be excellent question. Yesterday I will do the program. No, so my not to say my mean to me because we send a very excellent question. See, you end this for more.
Omani ageno, obo sinu.
Obo judiciary, so. Because the judiciary right
all the time.
But for the good of system, it is sometimes also to hold it back.
Yeah.
And as I say, obo which crap, so obo which is such that undermining the burden on them, which is to be manifestly be seen to be dispensing with justice. Because then can I say if na come a perfect institution, in your constitution there will be no need for us to create appellate jurisdiction, review jurisdiction. Well, your review jurisdiction. Or what I say, your appellate there will be no need because only a perfect institution. But yet I say because a human institution, you know, only my mistake. Then there are checks and balances at all. No? And I say a self-correcting measures. The judiciary themselves, they are correcting.
Okay.
So we have no business drawing them into a partisan politics.
Yes, Anna, ye mana ye dia momu to.
In Tokona, exactly. In Tokona, ye concept making some in Tokona even almost an impossible job because citizens nankasa enjoy the integrity of some of these institutions in India. Then what have we done?
Yeah.
Are we cutting our nose to spite the face?
The AG has indicated so be appealing. Now listen to the words you use in describing the ruling of the appeals court. Perverse, grossly unfair, and an erroneous decision. So send your kind of children say or Supreme Court not just say or court challenge the appeals court ruling, based on the law, not necessarily on the evidence.
No, say law, no. So about evidence.
Okay.
Say law, no evidence, no. If I say me say, Swansea, we don't find it.
Oh, no problem.
Swansea are rimason. Na me so, say Swansea are rimason. It could be law, it could be fact. Now, where's the law? Let me say Swansea are rimason. So the law between itself. So in the case of Abakoko says Swansea are rimason. On who lies the burden of proof? Swansea are rimason. If not judging, as a burden no to prove that fact. Lies on Swansea. Swansea won't prove say
one more.
No, but that's a legal issue. Or who lies that burden? No?
Okay.
It's on Swansea. It's on me.
Okay.
That's a legal.
So
question.
that's okay.
That's a legal question. So in the Supreme Court, they can ask. They can deal with even though evidence. No, there's a legal side.
Okay.
And the fact side, they say, Fifi, witness say, me who here. Says Swansea big partner funda soon. That is fact.
Okay.
So even about evidence now, you have legal questions and you have factual questions. But at the appellate side, what they're going to deal with the legal questions.
Okay.
Say in fact, say the law now say in criminal case the burden of proof lies on the reason. Was that burden really was the cause one? And two. Your burden of persuasion. It's our burden of abusing evidence.
Okay.
And sometimes it's shifting.
Okay.
So in the criminal case, everyone say at all times the burden of persuasion it never shifts. But burden of abusing evidence, I can say at the time a judge Nana say appeal to decide whether or not a case has been made against you. Say defense open the case. It doesn't mean that the burden of persuasion has shifted. Rather, what has shifted is the burden of introducing evidence.
Okay.
But these are the legal questions. What I say?
So,
evidence one. But we say questions are issues are at the appellate level. No? So even the Supreme Court right now, or more use some appellate jurisdiction, they will have to consider. But they are all legal questions, not necessarily factual questions. Because the factual questions need there. High Court has dealt with all those factual questions.
Okay.
Into minimum grounds
or the Supreme Court.
As we say, maybe in appeal, grounds have been say
maybe they add
no against the weight of the evidence adduced that. Then they will have to go into and as if they allow you to. Share evidence to show if in this evidence they are enough to come to some conclusion say indeed
they have no case.
So for me, the beauty of this is for Japan
Ato Forson.
Yes, but for most students of the law, because we are all students of the law, ways in which you advance the law.
Okay.
Because like every system, it is advanced when questions are asked and then explanations are given. And also, so do you say a legal tradition, based on what you call stare decisis, because the judges also have the power to make laws or system. Then they can only do this by answering some of these contentious questions. So, in a way, an opportunity to advance the law. And so, me more dear on that score and on that score alone, the AGN, I don't have an issue with it. However, just be careful.
And make that your last point for me.
Yeah, there's a very thin line between prosecution and persecution.
Okay.
There's a very thin line. You understand? To make the burden on you is not just to dispense with this, but you must manifestly be seen to be. The AG must also handle himself such that on crossing the line between prosecution
and persecution.
Then
Conquer say,
as if
Shana me person me chu. Swansea. I remember where MPP need your name is as some ebe how pa.
Menya na edika ma menchia yetiefo mu tie ene omo mo hwe wo Facebook na me fa nchie mu odru ema Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe one Dr. Alhaji Baumia ene na already wade ko nkweti ankoso hene menya mewie memra asem no so ha me kapre esan se meti hei ewom se meti ha ewo mama nyoko MPP dimu ba na edika ye Ghana yadwen ye man ho adwen kwan ye befa so a oman betumpon ni titru na meka se ye mebunu yi ye nya kwanya wura amanyose mu a sebi ene na ya adane bra me name former boss Mukta Bamba enam way back 2009-2010 at the age 21 years na minim ade afreniska I was so passionate me manage wo mu say
adwuma na chankatia
me die chire na ye bo me din bamba kwade bamba boy na me die chire that excitement
oh yeah bamba boy
oh yeah and I'm still a bamba boy once a bamba boy it's so journey always a bamba boy so what you say the excitement na wo mu ni ye say
when I share vigilantism as no
David
enyamwa
David fanfa ho ye ni ye share say ye nuanum ne negbe eti he ehunahuna ene tuturasem ana breni na omode tata yen wo mamu ana
say vigilance
baby oh yes
vigilantism is
bibia nkwa papa
it is not too negative to say we are vigilante
bibia nkwa papa nje trade
okay
etini ekwa papa ema papa je trade no yemusa say edebade ya
okay
yekọ enim no menua attorney general aye Godfrey Dame oye bebu no me hwe ne passion and the enthusiasm ewo ne mu the zeal say obekun ama oman Ghana emfe ehye me nkran say na esi nyina ye ba aso asem no ana me pese meti ase ye say oman no ho do ena ma okun ana say ankrenkren no eno na lawyer kan no eho no yusu
persecution
and say prosecution and persecution. In this regard, yanko ensen mu ye. Obiam mobi ho kwan se koto ade bra. Ade na koto ye no. Mama atensidi mi se koto pen a emuaso e wo so bra. Okoye no, odi muaso nkra na baaye. Pen trodi anansansa ama. Me busa mu se na ensesa wen ushows ni nyina na me de ato e de abe sa ensem say no emra ne bebusa say the criminal aspect a wom den can you prove it si wo hu e ho na ya na esese ye de asem bi kwa yenyi amanyosem nye den enfrim ni yenhwe asem no finchim se ne etiye ɛnɛ woka asɛm bi ma asɛm ne me de yie paa sɛ yɛ state institutions yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ yɛbɔ ɔmo akyi na yɛngye ɔmo nni na mmom no nsɛm bi ba na anko yie ama me nti no medeɛ mɛbɔ ɔmo soboɔ sɛ ɔmo gyina hɔ ma kwasi ɔmo gyina hɔ ma kwaku a ɛmmoa the reason why ɛmmoa ne sɛ yɛmu nkɔmpɔnkɔ akyi bɛsan tie si ambulance nsɛnsɛm no mu ɔhu 2012 na ɛyɛ yɛ Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ghanafoɔ bɛgye ne dii ɛma wiase ama nyinaa gye ne tuu mu ɛyɛ Supreme Court nsɛnsɛm no ɛhɔ nso na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ɔde dan ne ho adi yie ɛma Ghanafoɔ hu sɛ daabi bibi wɔ ne mu Nana Addo kaa sɛ Supreme Court atemmuo no ɔde aba no me ɛne mama nyoko yɛmfoa so yɛngye ntom na mmom sɛneɛ ɛbɛyɛ asomdwie bɛba ɔman nim na ɔman nim mu adwo nti no magye atom
nti you should rather say sɛ ɔmo ne Supreme Court nya adwene ɔmo gye tum
yes that's the right keyword ɛsɛ meka ɔmo ne yɛne Supreme Court nya adwene na mmom atemmuo no ɔde aba no ɔgye tum sɛ wate aseɛ ɛkɔbaa ne sei no ɛma adwebrɛw ɛbae
nipa nso nya ne mu gyidie
ɛno na mekedi kankan wankɔgyina baabi anka sɛ Unanimous FC wankɔgyina baabi anka sɛ atoguba koraa mehwɛ na ɔwɔ ha anaasɛ ɔwɔ ha ɛno kora ɛkɔyɛ 5-4
woka kɔsi sɛ ma atɔ ne general ɛnkɔ afɔ appeal ana
mɛka aba bɛsi so ɛno kora ɛkɔyɛ 5-4 no ɛnɛ yi NDC foɔ aya na ɔmo ne yɛ ɛma ɔman ne nkyekyereɛ no yɛma ɔman ne ni yɛnim kan yɛma yɛma nyɔsɛm ne yɛma nyɔkuo no ɛdi yɛnim because ɛnɛ yi court kuro yi a na mu bɔ sɛ mo ani agye ama ɔmo yi ɔmo kuro yi a na ɛkɔbaa sɛ ɔpanyin wakɔ court mesi me de me nsɛm aba mepatwɔ sebi m'ani nsɛm ɔpanyin me de yɛ mfato ho sɛ wafa ma adeɛ na ade na ɔfaeɛ no me ha kan na me kan na yɛ edu ba mehwɛ mehu edu ne nyinaa mesusu sɛ sebi wo na wafa makɔ court say okay ade no si yɛ dodo ɔsɛn usuo ɔpanyin minim na dodo ana ɛyɛ na mo mesusu sɛ nipa na afa na wafa dodo ɔsɛn na ɔfae wɔsi yɛ no nso kra ma amfa ama na menim yɛbɔ wɔn nsɛm wei egu na wo yɛde ɛho atemmuo ba na kɔgyina baabi sɛ unanimous FC sebi na wo ka de ebu saa ɔman no adwasuo no enumtia ɛnɛ ɛbaa yɛ de mu bose Attorney General Godfred Dame
this is happy
ɛbɛyɛ ɔntena se yie na nsɛnsɛm wei nyinaa no ɔnhwɛ adekoro ti a meka so ɔntena se yie no ɔnhwɛ a me neɛ appeals court de aba na nyɛ mmoawa no sɛ although NDC for ɛyɛ ɔmo adwene so bɛma yɛn yɛhu sɛ Godfred Dame no wɔ artillery motive bi against Ato Forson okay nti nkɔmmɔ ne Jakpa ɛdiiɛ no sɛ NDC for ma ne nyinaa bɛda edi a memenya adagye tie nsɛm ne yie paa ɛfɛ bi no wotie mu yi a na ɛyɛ akɔyɛ sɛ ɔpanyin no mabɔ no ato hɔ nti owura yɛmmoa na
yɛnka
n'akyi ɛfɛ bi nso no wotie ne yie a na akɔyɛ sɛ Jakpa no nso ɛpɛ sɛ ɔkyerɛ sɛ okay ade na mo ka sɛ menkɔtɔ no in fact mekɔɛ no menya the specifics nti no say na mede buy but at the end of the day no me de ma yema femu de
menye bɔne bia
menye bɔne
is happy FM
so what ya say menua ɔman no yema ɛho hiaye 2.37 million euros ɛyɛ ska ebetumi adane obi hyɛbrɛ ɛnyɛ obi mpo ekuro me kuro mu
na ɔman a nkɔda ɛwɔ primary school aban spend even 5 cedis on a child 5 Ghana cedis kura intimi ntɔgɔbɛ Ghana buying means spending on akwadaa baako or a school feeding.
Yeah. Oh, and no, na
2.3 million
and some
euros.
say no, metia na massive. Opay metiha, mama nyuku na soma me ha. But men sem ni bi wa na me kan.
E Ghana nti.
E ya o man no, me your man on mine bakane. Min ko jina baby musa say oye MPP na NDC. Oye ufi ko be so na o man be mu. Me Ghana ni. Sa 2.37 million euros no. Wo di see me constituency of Fonsa Rebi.
Be sakra ho nyina.
Be sesa ho. Ni titru ni me kro mu treasure. As the constituency treasurer, me free treasurer.
Okay.
As the constituency treasurer for Fonsa Rebi. Se skia ba be come in sa. Me de mama nyo se mo to nchen.
Betwi spelele na.
David. Enyuma me pre
bie no.
E dia mam emebunu because eyi emu ayedua wo ho.
Oh, I see.
Ofa efiri ayerebi abnase de kotre so kwabu emu ayedua wo ho no. I'm telling you, sir.
Then Ministry of Agri, no me right. I had an interaction with them. Almost say about 85% of Ghana sasi. We did biamu.
No cry. Me constituency. Yi koko to nchen. Koko ba NDN kokrafo na yo. Emrante me oba na behwe me rice farm.
This is happy.
Oba na me ginemu na se bia ma pejamitina we wumi a uhumi. And I enjoy farming. And yes, sebi ene ohu ya yama nyosem no me ba na meti o say amonfo wura ma nyosem e wo ska say
e ho na be scantem
debi rather no me hu ne say ya base e ba besom yen yusu ya ma nyosem no ne fam prempuntuo enko yen pesoa ene yen patem
okay
enti to me
now we see amame
Godfred Dame Attorney General on na pamfo say obey appeal o make sure say okoyi esan say sebi asotro mienu hoi no ema eni han medase
medase Swansea abonitew ede amame kwaku
onia
amintie we
mi dase mi chao echia lawyer Pia Dankwa any Swansea any atifo nyina wie ye bo court of appeal about so for judgment amudi beto abonten edu baby no
the president influence court near
edu I mean that's a good question but Godfred Dami, Attorney General, in submission, I'm sure you because Nyamana Ukot, I'm sure you listen to him. Why expresses surprise? Say judgment no beba. So, and for me, so I expresses surprise. It's quite telling. I get a different understanding. Say he will express surprise because, so I will leave that one at that, so that I will be able to make my submission.
I want to prove further.
No, because you see, it will take me off tangent. But so no, because he was,
but he believes in his case.
Exactly.
He believes in his case. And it's a court of appeal. The ruling be banner so expresses surprise. It can't be anything apart from the fact that I thought I had a good case. And
so let's keep it. And that
you still don't trust the
or good case, but he doesn't have a good case, and I'll establish it. But you see, this case, it must be in a certain context.
Okay.
And one of the contests is Jakpa nkasa ba Montin Beka say Attorney General Kachireno say onu Jakpa na ote hono. The case is not about him. It is about Ato Forson. Because and this is near Jakpa kan say Attorney General Kachireno say Ato Forson no oye a ranking on the finance committee of parliament or have finance minister arguing too much. Inti omu pe kwan bia omu frustrating no. And then omu draw omu plan by May 2024. Afia no if things had gone according to plan, Ato Forson should have been in jail. But that had not happened. Niama omo akeka fa mfantifoɔ ho ni niama sɛ omu pese by election beba na by election beba Ato Forson constituency kwa omo fa so agwini de. I mean, for another day, for purposes of time.
But when you know speculations to me.
No, but I'm saying that this is what Jakpa said.
But I didn't hear this on the tape.
Jakpa, there are a lot of tapes. Maybe. No, there are a lot of tapes. There are a lot of tapes. But in any case,
this bit was not on the tape.
Yeah, but in America, Matthias, but what?
Roadside.
Yeah, can you know what is a Ejina and Attorney General Godfrey Daming at me about Bontiaka say. Nyama mukano man can we we Jakpa.
He probably chose not to respond.
Why would an issue of this nature?
You can deal with that within the courts.
But he's not even talking about it. But that's also aside. But you see, this matter that we are discussing here. You see, I have a feeling, and in fact, and I believe it's the case. He is so much attached to the case with a lot of emotions. Okay. And in fact, listening to him on a media platform, Midday News, he demonstrated that to me today. Court of Appeal has brought out its ruling on the matter. Said, you're perverse, any nyama, and an attorney general who would go to a bar conference and tell the people, in fact, lawyers, not to be engaging in media trial. Any nyama no. He was engaging in media trial this afternoon, and I was shocked.
After the matter.
But in any case, you just have to be, you don't go into the merit of the matter.
But there's been a ruling, so why can't you go in?
So you said you go to, Supreme Court. So why are you trying the matter in the media? Nyamana, in fact, High Court, no, show respect even to the High Court. Even Nyamana Okikano, I have issues with them, but show respect to the High Court and appeal. Don't go into it. Just be brief that, okay, whatever, even if you use perverse, you can. But say that I will go to Supreme Court. Don't go. Say on radio, Ato Forson by himself entered a transaction. Ato Forson by himself wrote a letter, and he was saying all these things. And these issues, like lawyers will tell you, in a way, before the High Court is sub judice. And I don't expect that from an attorney general, because you are the same person who will go to a bar conference and be cautioning lawyers and be admonishing them not to be doing this. And this is why I get the fact that, you see, he feels pained.
But words like perverse, grossly unfair, erroneous decision are not harsh.
But I'm saying that you can use them, but to be on radio, Attorney General, Minister of Justice, to be on radio and say that the Deputy Minister you are trying by himself had gone to write a letter by himself, has entered a transaction, when the fact itself don't bear these things out. And I will explain to you here. Here, your Supreme Constitution says that no minister, no substantive minister, or no, let me rephrase, no deputy minister will be appointed without the consultation or on the advice, without the advice of a substantive minister. Yeah, it's in the provision.
So what if the president wants to appoint a deputy minister?
Yes.
Also consulted the minister.
Yes, that's what happens.
And if he doesn't consult the minister, is he a stop?
No, sorry. The approval, the appointment.
Let him fix
No, the appointment. That appointment, in fact, even before, I'm getting my thoughts wrong.
Take your time. Deputy minister. The appointment as okay.
Let's even leave that one.
Okay.
In fact, a substantive minister, for a deputy minister to even take a decision, it will have to come from the directive of the substantive minister. So what you want
to say, sir, deputy minister need to arrogate to himself the powers to sign and approve deals. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to have said, sir, a deputy minister by himself has entered into an agreement, has entered into a transaction, to an extent that the substantive minister of the sector, Honorable Septekwe, had testified. He went to the same court, at the High Court, to establish that whatever Honorable Ato Forson had done was with his approval. I mean, on that basis, I heard Nama who say the man, Dr. Ato Forson, has no case to answer. Because so it should have been an issue for Honorable Setekpe to be answering. But the Attorney General had refused and said that he will hold Ato Forson, Dr. Ato Forson, and others who are involved, like Jakpa and Co., accountable. It tells me something. Because if you are looking for justice as a minister of justice, that should have even told you something. But the High Court judge...
Because in the matter, you would ask yourself, I didn't know nobody from the Ministry of Health, the procuring ministry, a standing trial. In fact, the chief director was taken out of the trial by filing nolli prosequa. Meanwhile, ambulance, the finance ministry only raised letters of credit. So that is to buttress your point, say persecution and not prosecution.
That is how I see it. In fact, we in the NDC have seen it.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like you have said, these people would have been part of the case. Like you wouldn't have said. And that is why Jakpa has exploded, because he said on 3 occasions the Attorney General gave him indication as to where he will be left off. One of them was at the stage of filing statement of no case.
Okay.
He realized that they haven't passed that stage and he's not left off of the hook. And that was what cost him. And they went to court when he was being cross-examined and felt that the question being asked... At a stage of cross-examination, who said, Attorney General, I beside the questioner. And that's how come so and I have a problem. The ambulances are at Bema camp. Uko Air Force base.
Empty ambulances.
Yeah, they are there.
Okay.
Accessories so near man I edibe shishe mono. And also go port, tema port. And I am mini kasa. Anka first consignment na our agreement na anka yesi ye de beba no anka ye mahu kwan a at least at a certain point the request of Japan and Red Sea ni say mumma ya kwenya ye ensemble we no ambulance no ye fa ne ma ni hihye mu na mun test hwe say ebeye juma enye juma na mumma, like you can ask us questions but the state or the government amahu kwan and I edit her.
A Big C, not Red Sea.
A Big C.
Big C, that's the name of the company.
Yeah, Big C. I didn't know I said Red Sea. Forgive me, Big C. But baby, just imagine 2.37 million euros. At a certain level, Big C, a babontin say, Omudi ya say dodo because they are a business entity.
So they bet you.
Attorney General see Debbie. Meanwhile, and I mean, yes, Kadia yard, for Act 30.
But you've brought in another interesting bit, and I would ask be a lawyer. I'm bringing you here.
Yeah.
Say, Siciano, say, appeal be a baby. Now you jano at the mechanics appeals court level. You lose and maybe. We had the opportunity of refund. Attorney General, I'm buy into. The charge is causing financial loss on Ato Forson. Can that shift now to the Attorney General who lost the opportunity of refund? Refund a boying. The intimation secure a favorable judgment. The amount for jail.
Maybe you are a prophet. Prophet.
No,
it's a critical matter. And in fact, it's an issue some of us have been talking about for some time now, because an opportunity as this, you take it. Especially, and why I get worried, like, how many more, say, for Act 30, Criminal and Offences Procedure Act 30. Attorney General Godfrey Damianka Saba Abetinase, and now I hear plea bargaining. As an addition, an amendment to that act. Eshemun to koto act 30 plea bargaining. Now one idea say, aye nyama say, edi ashemu. Na microphone approach you say, asemu ye plea yen klaso osi debi. So nyama when now tenase na odwen ho a you get the impression that it's a case of persecution. Ato Forson na yepe kwan na enfan nintum. And nyame na adi na fofie. I said onu de I mean the court of appeal had said say he and Jakpa has no case to answer. So the issue of financial loss to the state is on the head of the Attorney General as we speak today. Also, of course, Supreme Court. Nothing stops him. But at least we'll take consolation of the fact say Appeals Court 6 is who he say anyama no kono and ni kwan krapo say yedi ni be ko in the first place onko yi nsembia because procurement na ye nyina no. I mean, ube bisan bibia. I mean, anka say we focus on the substantive minister or yes sector minister no. So and it's not too late for government. Ambulances no, they are egusu we no Air Force base on. Yen ko fa ambulances no, yen ma waiver, yen ko yin yama no port. Yen fan mu. The communities bi wo ho a bibia yen wo ene omu hia the service of the ambulance. Yen fan ye juma.
The Auditor General's report, the 307 Mercedes-Benz ambulances na toy no. Dodo na say e bia say a intimi use bi kura nya accident a intimi use. If you the benefit of these ambulances na all cano we say enema equipments na be komu na ho
ewo port ho no
and e tues cano so
ya tua
yentimi an refund
and na asem no so
okay so emere na ye bia ne sa but I don't know how you guys will deal with this. There is another ambulance matter on the table that has to do with 307 na Mampene Akufo-Addo de bae no. Auditor General clearly adedi say bukata bia koso company na ye de servicing job ma wo mo no at the time wana ye de contract in mo no no munya incorporated, and in fact they had no written agreement. They ended up using National Ambulance Service staff to do the work. Omu we are no massa charging National Ambulance for labor. In some instances, obi kwaye adwuma no, a different company kwaye adwuma no, or the invoice bre omo, and omo de omo markup to so, come as a National Ambulance Service, that same company, Yasamano a contract to supply spare parts for these ambulances at the cost of $34.9 million. $10 million out of that amount was paid by Kenoforiata. And then Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa is going a step further by revealing, after Attorney General Aduwe said, about 5 companies are omokra ambulances nearby and can be traced to the directors of company now. Yeah, this spare parts deal nemaye. Sounds like from one ambulance matter to another. Swansea.
Yeah, minya.
Summary nenye juma mami.
Medase. Na say dream keta hye ne proye.
Ena kankan.
Eni kwan say enya tenabe ewo yamanyosem.
Yeah.
Ni titru say ye de oman tumi hye won sa. Ye de tumi na ma wo say fa be som ankremkre no. Na eho adodode no nso nya eso mfaso. Na say ebia obefa kwoti kwan so. No why say oh bibi de say me amadamfo minim no. It is say bibi betumi aye adwuma no so nya adwuma no ye mfa ma no. Eho na ye na
e di problems ba no.
Okujato Ablakwa. In the style of politicking, you know, I don't begrudge him at all. Or you're opportunistic and a populist. But in your day, Bano, I am a muye.
Okay.
2 things na makeyon.
A muye.
Yes. San say, me mitihe. Open mitihe. Ebiana me speciality. Adia me to me aye. Aye ni ye no. Essence menye directly connected to Minister B.
Yeah.
And I say, obi otisru baby no. Obehwe me numa kaso o dabi. But e bi nso a na metumi aye. Say obi be register company ene ne yama ni edwuma bi no me ya na ehonu nhia me. Because company bia already register organ he bia na wiase baby ano. O hye ne edwuma ase dakro.
Arokan Procurement Act now, there is something called proven track record in the particular business.
Yes. Ewo ho. ebia metihe the first company we registered 2010 personally ebia na me nya adwuma bi anya in supply of when fan say car ties
me will register so supply car ties
me register some supply car ties me didi nkofo echi omo supply car ties ebia na me ame wo fa ye bi ama so me di na chi ya hwe aye ehu nti wo kina bi na me ni panyi bi kodi nkomo kokoam na me chen so me mo type brand bi but we ne weather no eboa yen ye hanom chen other places nti yen for we mra na panyi ni tie me nim de no ne si amefa so kirekire no mu a otum se ni pe onye adwuma ye bi da personal the company na ewo ni dim no enye adwuma da but we kire so wonim de ne ho nyansa etime pacho o kire bi ne de sa contract ne mame a obi tincha so we ka se ebia why o Swansea company limited ya o Swansea company sa company kra nye sa adwuma we da enti ne ebanse ne ye de ama no
but the ma questions ni bi ni say kwan be na afa sunya contract no so sourcing na so sourcing no so yedi mra no so ana
ena nka me ka aba be si hoi
na o ye ni tie mu ama
me ye ni tie mu no me de ye me nso socket ahye ni dwurem ene okuja to the assembly coin so the coach raj osan the or the court special prosecutor ajaben me panacho so wada onyane most especially say our election year e me ye ntena ho enye yodum ne enye so asem na bewu NDC for tactics omo ye nneoma say ye akire ye in 2008 e print bank account ebe kan ya ka say owura president Kufuor ene maami bi e frɛ no Gezeyazi awo mamiensa.
Those were clearly fake stories. But Auditor General no doubting asem
no, I'm not. Enu ntina me check isi Jabin say ensem bi say no e say osoro akaba na no the statement aba all those all their wa acknowledge say wasum but the measures say we because you have
how about the presidency?
No,
today the allegation is almost ending at the doorstep of president.
This is Happy FM.
The honorable member of parliament at the documents about Bonting linking the mama to these companies. Unjini said the presidency ought to speak to this allegation.
On say opeyi due matemante.
Where am I?
I'm me aware. And somebody be or ha minye kan no ka chen say Godfred ho kwan so be yi ano ana so be jai. In this regard, omanpeyi ho kwan so be yi ano ana so be jai. Na ye ma emra no enye adwuma.
Okay.
Emra no ye be ye adwuma nyina no say owura kisi Jaben ye de nsɛmfo we aba beto adwoso. Me pacho hwe ne mamra no nye na adwuma. Emfa ho say ye asumesi ana say ye obenten. Hwe na emra no nye den enye na adwuma. Eno na be boayen ama breaking the 8 no. Ghana fo nye mu gidie hu say emrepa bi wo ho because e fa me ho a ye be hwe aye esiesie. San so na kofa ye be hwe aye esiesie. But ye jane saade a emoye. Me so me da se bibi.
In fact, ya say me sha Swansea intem.
So
or kind of crap was also a politician.
And he asked only Julius was pretty on the same wavelength.
Julius say me Julius very sharp, but I'm very impressed with.
Okay.
Swansea was I just Obama for Frantona and Yenny na. But you see Julius, but Swansea can be running Juma. Yeah, I just say money Juma because you see, and I do be a president no. We take it vow. We take an oath. Or say then one an oath to be faithful to Ghana, to an oath to first one to be faithful to Ghana, second to preserve, protect, and defend the constitution of Ghana, and a third one to dedicate himself to the well-being of the people of Ghana and to do right to all manner of Ghana. And a second say that if he should violate any of such oaths now, then he's going to subject himself to the laws of Ghana and suffer pain by reason of sin. Me underpay that ene me jina Happy FM ka say Nana Akufo-Addo e preach sa oath now take here no. Okay. Onye faithful to Ghana. Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo William.
Onye faithful to Ghana.
Onye faithful. Fact why very unfaithful to Ghana.
Adenakasa.
Hana Otanse Esho cabinet minister. Try so or talk snit. One cache. So and maybe I'm feeling because of course so bisa no. It's a different level. So when to say regular propaganda no. Some of bisa yo when you regular propaganda an auditor general report say LNK president
Manu.
Na you all also madam for achi so Ohio achi Jakpa. Madam for the achi wa Jakpa Ohio. Achi si enye imba kwa na kwa wa pa you no ka.
Na member so
kwa wa pa. Because what say the company ni dia no. Nana Ado ni nana e papa no.
First grandson.
Ni nana papa no. Oh,
baby father.
We can serious republic. Yeah, inka president ebe resign. Yeah. Ke serious country. Yeah, inka president ebe resign. Inti me nkasa bebre. Yemre eko. On the basis of Imran, on the basis of the oath that Nana-Addo would take here, no. Yeah. Person use a platform we. Let me call you on Nana-Addo. So on resigning.
I'm not sure.
Yes, on resigning. Yes, on resigning. On submitting who to the laws of God. What's on the kind? And then I'm kind you. Obe president now since Obrichi any of the oath that we take here, he's going to submit himself to the laws of God and suffer pain as a result of it. They act and a year more unfaithful than some president. What's now Ashama? Is what I want to show or not a shade actually. Am I this we say we are stealing for crying out loud. Contract we, any payment we. Come on, who need all ye?
Chairman.
Just say to see Ghana for every time say it's a to a background say among from some politicians just more junior hono. Yeah, you could brand it to me more. Sad to me, no, among use no in a manner which will be in your benefit to. I'm not the young ye. I'm not the young was contract, minya baby. Who you okay with it?
Not at all.
Just be who you okay with. So that means something to me. 70 man because salary I got to abano. To me be use me be to so be somebody present now on we are na. This is the highest level of unfaithfulness. Anybody else politically debate my admitted to yes. Into me bibi me die. Me use bibi program me. Almost me use program we. Different Nana-Addo. So on resigning. We're preaching those no take here no. On resigning on saving or at least or my political leadership in just some form of credibility. There will good political leadership.
That's it. Mauli po me.
Unia. This is mini lawyer I can and anka baby if this jurisdiction and on mine we anka ye juma anka o man penyin na Akufo-Addo anka odine juma atu ho. Ni ayeka ni se edin bi ayeka ho asem ye se okan omo ho Stephen Okoro. Stephen Okoro any Nana Akufo-Addo ye president nimba Jankroma ena omo oba like omo oba so
as alleged by Honorable Kujeta.
But omo krabo ya kanu kra they haven't denied. So Stephen Okoro any Jankroma and in fact who check here omo for me companies about 6 7 8 different companies.
Yeah.
Into who Elok Consult say ye maomo ambulances 40 year omo imported. Stephen Okoro any onwa ni nuabema Solomon Okoro Okere ke ena omo afomisa company Okereke ena afomisa company no. Ena Beft Engineering omo so wa man 40 ambulances na omo imported. Franka Jekum any Alvin Mensah ena omo so ete company we echi Alvin Mensah any Edwin Akufo-Addo also almost collaborate here for me different companies. So only key some nyina they appear as Nkrofo who have been going around in the formation of the companies. I did nyama bibiri. Who say Edwina Jankroma any Stephen Okoro a good box. So good box company almost the gym. nipa miensa na asa akoye bi omo say Good Grow Limited anu de omo say omo di dua cannabis no problem, but point na here says Akufo-Addo ma mienu no Adrian ne Jankroma any Stephen Okoro no ono na o share Service Auto Group Limited no
or a director
inti akira say ha no bibi koso because of him only Jankroma akoda na omo wo no, so they have a business dealer omukomu and that they've been dealing. So nyama where koso nyina no, it's not just by accident that Stephen Okoro no share Service Auto Group Limited actually or as director is because of him and those two daughters of the president. That's why amunya contract we nyina omoye. This is a president Obano or see uye ni appointee and your mindset is that you want to come and make money, go to the private sector.
Yeah.
Now somewhere by the president is quiet. Obia osi odi way the last principle eba be kwatia katashishe dream any project and onu aye komse. So we have a problem. President Akufo-Addo has failed Ghanaians because anka contract way anka ochichema timamufo kakra and the real business people are out there looking for businesses they cannot find. But here is Nana Akufo-Addo who says ono wakwati akatashisha ache ubia, but this is the kind of things his daughters.
But Silver Star is the sole importer of Mercedes into this country.
Yes.
Omansuna a service Mercedes be able to every.
Yes.
Did they bid for this? And answer wasn't competitive bidding.
So source. Nyama so source. Yeah, nyama so source. I'm from Obia. And interesting, the Auditor General report, no. Or see,
I was so comfortable. Almost some important spare parts.
Papa.
We check crash anchor. Wait me chama be 10
but they have not been given. But Service Auto Group Limited, no Auditor General say, almost say they will be into import and sales of
auto parts.
No, Mercedes products. They don't have anything to do with servicing. They didn't specify it, but the contract actually say bibi na edi contract we nyina ema omo.
Indeed, sorry Auditor General's report now. Service Auto Group Ghana no. They were using luxury auto company
exactly
on premises to service vehicles. One thing we need to find out is what is the link between the luxury auto company and service group.
And in fact,
the service group need the capacity. We need even a workshop or another company workshop on the so on what basis we need?
No, who checking so Prestige Era. Also, the 40 ambulances are imported. Blue Mix, imported 35 ambulances. Any best. Importation of the ambulances ni no. Service Auto Group Limited. Servicing no. So actually say all of those companies are linked to Service Auto Group Limited in a way. I mean, it's not just by chance that all these things are happening. I did 307 ambulances no. But do servicing na they call her because and this thing cannot happen as so man penyina nkasa okay. So this is where we are. So the president, in fact, this thing must even it calls for an inquiry. Our presidents know there must be a parliamentary inquiry or commission of inquiry to go into it. Not Timofo who say o man penyina Akufo-Addo our pass or babe kwati akatehye no o man kasa no say ya do molovo e ka no that when you fight corruption will fight you. O man penyina kasa na corruption na
Many thanks, gentlemen. Koku mawuli na negbe. Swansea made us say Ose
Nanado na say oye corrupt. Anya Swansea.
One say Nanado ye corrupt.
Serpent. Ana father serpent.
I know
body say I have to end this for.
Father serpent. Oye father serpent. Swansea no na me so ye corrupt.
A special mention to the man Uncle Fee. Special mention to him. Fifi Oforiata, many thanks for the moral support today. Echia movement for change phone nyina. Eh na chief wo he chief wo he.
And I just go share there Buno FFF.
Sir, o print ho yellow.
Ah, baby, yellow, be so the savior.
Na camera hwan you me ba me hu. Afa fracto. Within the best background, many thanks to my team, Francafo, the digital team, and all the rest of them. Up next, sports with Crucial Charles Kelly. Enjoy the rest of our programs.